Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into the Critically Challenged Cast. My name is Jeffrey, your best friend, your editor, and that one guy who takes drinking water a little too seriously. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be the first to know when we put out a new video. Even though we put out a video every Wednesday at 2 p.m. pretty consistently, but do it anyway. This week, let's make the comments about your favorite snacks to bring into a game night. For us, we've had a history of bringing some chips, finger sandwiches, pretzels, but I think my favorite would be charcuterie. But enough of that, let's get into episode 27 of Anarchy Sons.
Good luck.
Good luck
Don't fuck up.
I'll fuck it up.
Don't do it. Don't fuck it up.
Court is in session.
Yeah. Thank you, Judge Reed. Thank you, Judge Biona.
Judge Reed.
Thank you,
What?
Judge Biona.
Judge Reed? Is that like Judge Dredd?
Yeah. No, it's exactly like Judge Dredd.
Basically.
Hit the nail on the head there.
Anyways. Welcome back, Critically Challenged fans.
I am the law.
I am the law. There we go. Yeah. Welcome back, Critically Challenged fans. The only podcast where I am the law, except for that Judge Dredd podcast. But fuck those guys.
Except for that guy who keeps role-playing the law.
Yeah, fuck
The
those
law.
guys.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Anyways,
Speaking of Elon Musk's ninth
can't-
favorite podcast.
yeah, welcome back to Elon Musk's 9 Favorites podcast. I don't know if I brought it up last session, but one of our faithful commenters says that his other uncle works for Jim Carrey, and he says you're welcome. So that's cool.
Nice.
Because I thank Jim Carrey for the Sonic movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so just heads up, Jim Carrey, if you're watching this.
Also good
Listening.
news,
Also-
we officially got a cease and desist from Elon Musk. Just kidding, we did not.
We didn't get a season
Not yet.
but we did get a sponsor this week from the new S-Series truck, the Cybertruck.
Don't say that. No, don't
You
say
literally
that.
cannot say that, dude. That's
We
bad.
didn't get sponsored.
Clap it out, Jeffrey.
I'm just kidding, we didn't get sponsored. But Elon Musk, since you're listening to this, we will sponsor your truck if you want.
Wait, we'll sponsor it?
I'll sponsor this truck. If
No,
Elon Musk,
no.
No, we want to be
We
sponsored.
want-
We're not going to pay him for the truck.
Wait,
If you sponsor his truck,
You
we'll
should
pay
stop
for
while
him
you
to
were
make the
ahead,
truck.
alright?
my
And by that I
we
mean
will
never
sponsor-
start.
Oh shit, I just got an email that says yes.
That's it from who?
Elon Musk.
It just says
yes.
the Musk.
Yeah, he says, you can sponsor my truck.
I
Musk
guess we're sponsoring the Cybertruck now.
Well, I thought I was.
I need to work more hours.
in school, but I
Pretty
guess
sure we
not.
legally have to remove this.
The
from
100,000th smallest sponsor of the Cybertruck.
We're
No,
still
no.
on the
We would
the
be the
GoFundMe
largest
account.
sponsor.
We're still on the GoFundMe account. It's just
Oh my God.
the $1 pledge or something.
The $1.
The $1
The 50-cent pledge.
Yeah, it's like pledge what you want, but you're not getting shit pledge. That's us.
That's always $1.
It's something like that. But anyways, we'll do I guess we'll do like half of a recap, and then we'll just pick it up where the recap pick it up.
Speaking of recap, I'm picking it up.
Because Noki's back, and she has to face the trial. So essentially, previously on Cryptic Challenge,
Movies on.
Cryptic Challenge, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Yu-Gi-Oh!
What was it?
I invoke the permanent
What
card,
was it that-
dignity of the retarded.
what was
That
it?
card kind of reminds me of you, Joey.
You've activated my trap card.
That was an
Cease and
actual
desist
line.
order.
What was it that Daniel said it was instead of like?
Duelo. Que ores. Duelo. That's my favorite. But anyways,
Instead of do.
yeah, and it's not even like a computer generated thing. It's just
The
a guy
guy.
saying duelo.
That's what made it so great.
Anyways, now that we got blacklisted because of Konami, rest in peace, guy who made the Konami code. Previously in Critically Challenged, Timothy assisted the Corona artifact divers pimp out their
making a virus.
pimp their ride and make it essentially sunproof for.
Because fuck the sun.
Yeah, fuck the sun for a certain amount of time. Y'all met a new friend. His name is S'mores,
Aww.
played by Jacob Sacera. I don't know if we can say his last name legally, but we did.
What?
Did anybody taste s'mores?
No.
No.
Why would we eat a
Because
rat?
what if it
Well, so
tastes
the-
like
the
a
rat-
s'more?
He was a Yoski with brindled fur named S'mores, and then he had a drone named Marshmallow, They piloted the ship to the secret city within the sun, which was inhabited by these like grasshopper cricket people called the Verces, who systematically sacrifice someone every about 100 years into the sun to keep the sun alive. They also sacrifice the person with the thickest thighs. The current sacrifice name is Johnson.
Because thick thighs save lives.
Exactly. They keep the sun alive. There was some cosmic horror that Biodo and Akron experienced. But y'all decided to tackle the trial that the Revi could not pass and essentially fight the beast. After the fighting the beast...
So you have to pass the trial to fight the beast?
No.
The beast was in this big black orb, and we went in and we fought it.
Yes. But the only way to successfully defeat the beast is to pass the trial. And you're going to experience the trial here in a little bit. But after
So how come
defeating
the
the
Revi
beast,
couldn't pass it?
you'll figure out in a little bit. Maybe if
Okay.
you talk to Thick Thighs Johnson. But
Okay.
after defeating the beast, spoiler alert, Teresa, Zaz
I love spoilers.
restored.
I don't think you should talk about that part and talk
Yeah,
about
that's
the
fine.
trial.
I just had to do the trial with her. Zaz restored the beast, and the beast that who the Revi referred to as the beast was indeed Sarenrae, just imprisoned in this like monstrous form. It was imprisoned in this monstrous form, and then through various means, Zaz freed her from her imprisoned form, and then
Various
after that-
means meaning one way.
Yeah.
One exact mean.
Well,
I brought it
It
back
was
to
a
life.
resurrection.
Ah.
Yeah.
after that, Biodo threw Johnson on the ship, and then y'all took off.
He
But
headed
aren't
literally
they
back-
kidnapped
supposed to
them.
sacrifice?
And you guys have a couple of like decades. So as
Okay.
long as Johnson doesn't die between now and 100 years, and
Is
then
that
in
set
100
in
years,
stones, or do they just pick the next thickest thighs?
no, it is
you
set.
know-
Johnson is set to be sacrificed to the sun in 50 years.
Well,
So
YOLO.
you guys have, as long as Johnson doesn't die within the next 50 years, the sun will continue to.
I
do
killed
the
That's a
sun.
big risk, Reed.
Let's
You
go.
left him. Oh my
The
God.
sun will continue to do its thing for 50 years unless if
You know
Johnson
what?
is not
Fuck the
sacrificed.
campaign. Let's kill him.
I
No.
mean, you got 50 years. You guys, your characters have 50 years
Alright.
after if Johnson dies between now and
The
50
I mean,
solar
it's just
system
us,
is
son.
used.
If, when, what's the
It's
difference?
just a sun that's controlling, a couple planets. The Eoxians will probably be okay because they're all like
Dead anyways.
necromancers and
I don't even know what an Eoxian is,
they're
so
necromancers. It's like a planet full of necromancers and zombies. They're from the planet Eox. Anyways,
I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, so they'll probably be okay. But anyways, so Noki, we'll start it off with everyone entering into this black orb, including you, Noki. You had no choice. I made that choice for you.
Deal with it.
You see everyone sitting essentially. Yeah, it's kind of like third, but like everyone is aware of everyone else's trials and like who they spoke to, but you don't know exactly what they said. So you see everyone sitting at like a long table with one other figure sitting at the opposite end. So the people who you would have recognized, Biodo sitting across from Lynn. You would have recognized Akron sitting across from Hisori. You see that Timothy is sitting next to this well-dressed, like human blonde fellow, and you don't know. I don't think you know what Varouche looks like, but you see Zaz sitting across from this like very like overweight, like the pirate from Pleasure Planet.
Who's also a
Pleasure-
cyborg.
Pleasure
yeah.
Planet.
Pleasure Planet. Yeah.
Pleasure
Treasure Planet.
Treasure.
You're really
Oh,
stuck on
Pleasure
that
Planet.
idea about your character. in
Yeah,
Cthulhu.
my bad. So he's like this like overweight like cybernetic cybernetic
Pleasure
pirate who's
Planet.
all like decked out with like half of his body's all like cyborged out and shit. That's basically what Varouche looks like. But you find yourself sitting across the table from this elderly Vesk gentleman. He's much older than you. He kind of has like scarage on like one eye and like across his body. Biodo, previously we said that you like tip of your tongue, you knew who he was, you just couldn't remember him. You're just like, it's like right
It
there.
was,
Like,
it was probably Lynn, right?
no, it's
Could
like,
be Lynn.
Like, I
Oh,
know,
Changeling Lynn.
like I know who this guy is, but like, damn it, I don't know his name. Like I know him though. It was bothering you for sometime.
All right, so I'm back on the ship. What do I remember now?
Right now we're on Noki's trial.
Still part of the
But
recap.
Noki, you are sitting across from your father.
That's right.
You're sitting across from your father.
2 years.
And you see your father. You haven't seen your father in probably I'd say probably 10 years.
10 days.
Or so.
10 days.
10 minutes.
Right around. Not probably not exactly 10 days. 10 years. But, 10 space days. But probably right around 10 years. And he's like, "Hey kid, I haven't seen you in a little bit."
10 years in relevance
Hello,
to
father.
what planet?
in relative to the Vescarium.
Alright.
He's like,
That's good.
yeah, so you don't call, a whole lot.
Well, do
You
you?
know. I mean, he's just. Then he kind of sighs and he's just like, you were just
I've talked to mom.
yeah, she's told me, and he sighs and he's like, I'm sorry. I knew how to raise your brothers. Your brothers were, Vesks through and through. They were fighting all the time. You just wanted to read books and watch that weird show, Inspector Mechanical Arm or something. That's all you wanted to do.
He said go mechanic.
Yeah, go mechanic. I don't know what he said. But you just wanted to watch those. I didn't know how to raise you. Then I didn't know what to do. It just
Something would have been better than nothing.
And he's like, you're right. Anything would have better than nothing. You were just you were different. And I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
And he's like, and your mom, I mean, God bless her soul. I mean, she was better than me, but and he's like, I'm sorry.
Is this real?
As real as you want it to be, I guess. That's what he says.
Friends.
Okay.
And he's like, all right. I guess I'll see you later, kid. As his image fades away. And then you fight against this monster. Monster goes great. Oh, you also see S'mores. He is sitting against across from Vari, who you learned that S'mores was imprisoned. He was one of the chrono artifact divers that was imprisoned under Vari's rule. And then you see S'mores drone robot Marshmallow across from another robot, and then Marshmallow prints out.
Robotception.
Marshmallow prints out this you just hear him just and just prints out this binary code, and then and then y'all continue to fight. Y'all fight the creature. Zaz resurrects the creature, and then you see Saren raise this large. I think we said
She's big.
She's a giantess.
Yeah, I think we said she was.
She's 100 foot.
Yeah, she was 100 feet tall. This large,
a lot
blonde
of
woman, and she's she's gorgeous, and she has kind of this radiance around her. And you guys talk to her.
Just like
Nucky,
she
is
has
there
a
any
lot of
questions
foot.
that you want to ask Saren Ray? I know Zaz asked previously what you guys were unlocking with the runes.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that it has no ill intent essentially, but it is a great force behind that door.
Does she know who imprisoned her?
Does she know who imprisoned her?
Or the means that
she
we're
said no
taking to
last
imprison her?
Did she say no
She
last
said
time?
no last time. She
Yeah.
doesn't know who imprisoned her.
I also rolled low enough to she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't. Oh, who imprisoned Saren Ray or who imprisoned?
Saren Ray.
Yeah, she doesn't know who imprisoned her.
Does she know how it happened? Does she remember how it happened?
She knows it has something to do with that abjuration rune that she
Mhm.
gave you guys. But there was a hooded figure that appeared to the Revi some time ago. And she's kind of fuzzy on like the years and stuff because she's been entrapped inside of a black sphere for who knows how long.
Okay.
Long time.
Have we asked her what she knows about Nyarlathotep?
Yes.
I believe so. She knew that Nyarlathotep was a figure in Golorian, the Earth allegory. But he was just kind of like a minor deity, like a minor god. She doesn't really know like specifics about him, essentially.
What happened during her imprisonment? Like, what did she experience?
She looks and she says, I was transformed into this creature.
So you just lived like through and through like that creature?
Mm-hmm. The Revi would send wave after wave, but they weren't strong enough to fight me or to defeat me in the way that you guys had. Is what she says to you.
Okay.
To the group. And anyone can ask questions retroactively.
Yeah.
If you have and something else comes up, you guys can ask her.
They're sacrificing people. Is there like another god that they're sacrificing people to?
Oh, we did ask about that.
Oh, yeah, I said, did the Revi really have to throw themselves into the sun? And she's like, yes. And I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, that's just how it works.
Yeah, she looks at me and she says, it's not a god who resides within the sun. It is the sun itself.
Is the sun alive?
She looks at you. She's like, make a perception check, Noki.
She said that to her?
No, yeah. She looks at you. Make a perception check as her nose starts bleeding.
Oh my god. Gods do bleed.
There are things you're
Yeah,
about to learn.
That's why people stop bleeding in her.
19 plus
Because-
15?
34? With a 34, in the corner of your eye, you see this face. Like you just recognize, like, you see, like, the features of a face. You know, you see, like, eyes, nose, mouth. You know, this kind of, like, in the corner of your eye.
Masculine, too.
In the corner, yeah, it is masculine, yeah. It's just, like, this angry face kind of, like, skirts, like, in your peripheral. And when you look that way, the face disappears.
Does it have any correlation with the sun from Teletubbies?
It's just a very interesting
It
question.
was a baby.
If in Teletubbies the son was a baby, if that grew up to like an angry old bitter man,
I'm sure it did, as
The
long as it was
baby is
vaccinated.
actually a female,
We're
and she
living
now
in the
has her
Teletubbies
own
gritty
baby.
reboot.
I see.
So
Yeah, the
very
gritty-
wholesome.
yes.
You
if
see
they
the,
made like a
horrible
gritty
one?
reboot of the Teletubbies for nowadays, and it's like that son was like,
Give me the fucking custard.
yeah, it would be like, yeah. But yeah, no, it's not like a happy cherry baby face. It's like this like bitter old, like it looks like almost like an old man face, just like angry, just
My show ended
as he
9
like
years
it kind
ago.
of like skirts by, and you see it for like a brief second, but by the time you look back, it's gone.
Say it
she
skirts
saying
by.
Yeah, dude,
no,
it skirts by.
She's
Skirt.
looking
Skirt.
at you, so she doesn't see.
Yeah, but when I asked her the question.
What did you ask again?
I think I asked if it was
Skirt,
alive.
skirt.
And she's like, is the sun maybe? There are some questions that even elude us gods.
So
Serenade,
you said they. Sorry.
you go ahead.
You said they had to. That yes, they had to keep sacrificing. Like, why do they have to?
So he doesn't go out, I guess. Disappear forever. The Revi have some power within them that is able to keep the sun alive. I don't know if the sun likes the way it tastes or what specifically,
Yummy.
but
Taste the power of the sun.
Do they have a way of communicating with the sun?
then you see Johnson, thick thighs Johnson, who's just like forearm like a grasshopper guy, and he's like, I mean, we just kind of like jump in. It's not really like a,
So where
hey,
did
what's
this-
up, guys?
So where did this
Like,
start? Like,
hey
do
there,
you have
everybody.
like an elder that knows like the mythos or something?
I mean, yeah, like the elders there. I mean, the Revi has just kind of like done this since we started.
Since we started.
throwing rocks at
I mean, it was,
people
you
and
know,
not
it's-
questioning it.
the Revi have existed on the sun as long as we can remember, and it's like, hey, there's nothing else to do. Let's kind of just jump in. You know,
Every 100 years or so, let's
and
just jump in.
You see Sand Ray just kind of
Nothing else.
like squat down, and she's like, I think we're focusing on the wrong thing. You have an all-powerful deity in front of you, and you keep questioning the thing about the sun.
Well, I've never been here. This is all new to me. Excuse me for being curious, Saren Ray.
Alright,
We've,
well,
we've, we've
are
met
you?
God before.
I casually start walking down the stairs. After that, I'm like, I don't want to get smited.
Yeah, and then you see Sand Ray just like, all right, well, if you guys are just gonna keep
Oh,
questioning the
I
sun
have,
thing,
I have
I'm
a
just
question
gonna-
for you.
Yes.
Are you currently? You said you were You
He's
can be
single.
weakened from people not believing in you, but how does healing work with gods?
The more people who believe it, not necessarily I don't have like and she's trying to think of how she
don't
says
have
it.
hit
I don't
points.
have a meter of my health.
Okay, that answers
it is
my
just
question.
my strength in general.
Okay.
The more people who believe in me, the stronger a deity becomes. Or
see.
not necessarily believe in me, but believe in my values.
Mm.
And the more who believe in those values or my ideals, the things that I represent, the stronger our deities in general become. But the less people, once those values start diminishing within the people, the value, in my case, the values of forgiveness and kind of like rebirth, once those start diminishing in a society, if those qualities are seen like weaker and they start diminishing in general, then my presence is no longer needed. Once they become completely eradicated from a society, my presence is no longer needed and I cease to exist, apparently.
Do you
I
ever
retain-
start to exist?
Do I ever
afterwards?
start- like once all of those feelings are completely gone
Mhm.
in a society, then I return to my mortal form and pass away, essentially.
I see.
Is that why you couldn't? Is that why you were imprisoned?
That's not
doing
why
Or is that
I
why
was
you were
imprisoned.
able to be
Stop memeing.
imprisoned?
Yes, that is
Definitely memeing,
why
I can tell.
I was able
You're
to
what?
be
Okay,
weakened
stuff.
enough for a more powerful entity to imprison me.
Okay, I see. I understand.
Okay.
Well, Julikash is in charge now. You know him, right?
He's one of my most loyal followers.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure he wasn't
Yeah.
wilding out.
Has he risen to the? I've been gone for a little bit. Has he risen to the rank of Pope of Sarenrae?
I recently
In a way.
promoted him from prisoner to Pope.
She looks at you curiously and she says,
Promoted.
"And who gave you that authority?"
I saved the city, so I did. I
We
mean, we
technically
saved-
are in charge
We
of
saved
No,
the
no, no, no,
city.
you-
Burning Archipelago.
No.
I saved the city.
Noki
did.
all by herself beat back
Loki
all
did it
these
by
guys.
herself, and just as long
And
as you
she
have
got a
some sort of
tank
wrath
somehow.
against her.
No.
No.
Otto
We
gave her
did.
that authority.
We did as a team, and so as part of the team, and as somebody that knew Julikash, I offered him the position.
She looks and she's like, "I mean, you could have picked worse, I suppose."
I mean, there's not
What do you
much of a
mean?
government
I didn't
up
know
there.
who else
Basically, there's
to
guys
pick.
with guns and there's guys without guns.
And he was the one that told me that you needed help and stuff, so I figured, good kid.
Is Trulikesh not to
Is
your
he-
liking?
No.
Or
I mean,
I
Julikesh
could-
is a fine worshiper. He's just,
It's just not my type.
Drunk?
he's just exactly. That's just not my type.
You just
okay,
wanna-
we'll tell him
Is
that.
it the wine?
No, I love wine. And she just like conjures this like huge glass of
You
wine. She's like,
seem.
I love wine.
I take a step back in case any spills.
Yeah,
It's gonna flood the entire place.
Well, he
if it
seems
does.
very honored, so I think
I mean, I'm not gonna stop him.
I mean, if you have a choice, you
I can always
tell
demote
us.
him.
No,
To
Julikesh
like
is fine.
bishop or something.
She's like, no, Julikesh is fine. Julikesh
Yeah.
is fine.
You
Just-
got promoted to customer.
She's like, no one
Congratulations.
asked me. Whatever.
Just question. Did I by chance kill your
We're
first choice?
asking you for now.
Did you kill her first choice? She's like, No.
Also,
I don't think
throughout
so.
the entire
Who was your first
time,
choice so I can...
He's
so you can
kidding.
So you can kill our first choice.
I'm going further down the stairs.
We'll make the first
Well,
choice
anyways, thanks
second
for having us.
one.
Bye.
If you're gonna
Well,
start
you-
smiting
What was I
people, just let
gonna
me
say?
out first.
I was gonna say we'll do the whole ordeal and everybody following the wrong person. Julikash stayed faithful, so.
I mean,
And you were too weak to get a say in it.
she's like, hey, I'm not.
Oh
I'm not.
shit. She played the
looks
weak
at you-
card.
She looks at you, she's like,
Definitely looking for an
she looks
exit.
at you and she's like, all right, it was your call.
Weak this.
I'll let it go.
Oh,
Julie catches my pulp.
You ever seen lightning? Yeah, you want to see with fire?
Physically beyond the middle of saying, right, whatever.
This seems very
pretty
passive aggressive
fabulous.
for the goddess of forgiveness.
You're forgiven. She's like,
Oh, is
she's
there-
showing you, she's like, you're forgiven.
Is there any way
Snap
you
your
can
fingers and
help
you just
us
die.
in, like, or any advice you can give
You'll
us
be
in trying to
forgiven
figure
in
out
death,
who this
Zach.
trapped god is
Uh,
that we're trying to find?
Yeah. So she looks and she says, all I can tell is, one, you are close to freeing her.
She.
You're close to freeing her. It is female. I'm not assuming her gender.
So woke of you.
So woke of me. Thank you. Yeah, she is of great power, and she is not of ill intent. Is all I can tell. I don't know if that helps you at all.
No, I mean it does. I've had my doubts.
All right then. Well, are you guys ready to get out of here?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Again, yes.
All right.
I feel like I've done this again.
Deja vu.
Biodo, as you wake up, it is currently Groundhog's Day.
Oh no! It's trickle blood.
As you wake up, the alarm. Beep, beep, beep. You're Bill Murray in this case, so
Oh, okay.
take that as you will.
Well, time to
But
go
yeah.
play some golf.
But yeah, you exit the sphere. Biodo throws Thick Thighs Johnson into the ship. The ship takes off. It is getting here from the Burning Archipelago was super cramped. Leaving here with Thick Thighs Johnson and his thick thighs is even more uncomfortable. It is basically like nobody has any personal space.
One personal space.
No personal space. Yeah, just everyone is like
We tried to
crushed
argue
together.
for personal space, and Biodo wouldn't.
Even
wouldn't
without
have it.
Thick Thighs Johnson, it wouldn't have been like a lot of personal space.
But a little bit's better than none.
But you guys still would have been like some part of you have been touching. But
So did I pass the thing?
No.
no.
The whole thing was,
Was it
forgiveness.
forgiveness?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Only the
Binary,
robots.
the robot printed out said, I forgive you.
Yeah, he said I forgive you,
Yeah.
binary. So S'mores or no, Marshmallow saved everyone.
Yeah.
Because S'mores also did not forgive.
They were just like, you were in prison, S'mores. And he's like, you put me in prison. And then didn't say anything for a while.
Yeah, it was like no.
Yeah.
Whoosh, as the Vista traded. But yeah, you guys are currently back on your heading back towards the Burning Archipelago. Yeah, and you guys are traveling. Biodo, how do you feel?
Like I said, we just need to get to our ship, leave the station, get as far away from this system as possible, and never come back.
Maybe
Well,
leave Johnson in the
Remember,
system.
we gotta go talk to Julikesh first.
Yeah,
Yes, you're right. Get Julikesh on the ship, leave the system,
Julikesh
never
is now
look
in
back.
charge of the system.
We should use
Okay.
the
Can't
market
put him on the
system.
ship.
Okay,
Uh,
so
Just
so
tied to the church.
get Julikesh
Yeah.
to get some more ships,
Kind of what's in
move
charge
the
of whole
station
place right
away
now.
from the sun, get out of the system, never look back.
Why are you in such
To,
a rush?
He's
We-
tired of the setting.
We should definitely
To mess with Biodo, I'm gonna say, Akron, what do you think about spending maybe 3 or 4 more sessions in the Burning Archipelago?
As blood
As you
drips
say that, as you say that, everyone starts bleeding.
Yeah.
What?
Our noses start bleeding, and I'm like, why? Whatever do you mean?
Well, there's probably still shit to do here, right? I mean, we just
Hey,
free
we
an
could-
entire
You
civilization.
don't go to the fire elemental plane.
Yeah.
There's an opening for that.
There was also a stuffed animal prize in the gaming center that I did want to win, but I couldn't get enough tickets, so we might need to stay here a little longer.
Listen,
do you
all
want
I
me
We
gotta
to
should have
start
a music
hacking in?
festival
No,
for
I
the
wanna
people of the
learn-
Burning
Listen,
Archipelago.
we can have the music festival, but we need to get away from the angry
I'm
So
so
my
sun.
like-
nose bleeds even more.
I'm just gonna like follow
Oh.
you and just like
Oh,
when you
okay.
start
I
playing,
thought you were
just
just sick of doing Burning Archipelago.
Oh no, Burning Archipelago is fine. No,
Okay.
no, Bio's terrified of the sun.
Yeah.
Because you're a lizard. Got it.
he's
No, he's
You got something to say, punk?
anytime
He's
I
seen
really
the
love the
sun's face
sun
like 3
because
times
of cold-blooded.
Yeah. Okay. So you
It
guys,
just looked angrier and angrier each time.
Don't stare at the sun too
and
much.
he's
Fiona.
told us like a few times. He's like, guys, the sun's gonna kill us, and we're like, all
The
right.
sun does have a
Ah, I'm the
face.
sun.
I just want you to know
Oh
that.
shit.
Yeah. So you guys spent a good.
Sure.
He's solar phobic.
They get a heat stroke.
The ship, it did maintain its like rigidity. It's still a ship. It's not as parts of it have like kind of like almost melted away.
Oh goodness.
So it's not as like aerodynamic as
I'm
it
gonna
once
life
was.
bubble everyone just in case.
Just
Well,
in case. Good call.
It's a good thing we're in space and aerodynamics don't really matter, right?
It matters
You
for
know,
exit,
unless
right?
there's turbulence
I
in the
believe
sun for
The
some
aero
reason.
Wait,
part
what-
of
solar wind?
But
aerodynamics
Curtis-
means air.
But the sun's
So
made
there's
out
no
of plasma,
air.
so there would be turbulence.
Last time he was like, as you get near the sun, there's turbulence, and I was like, but space? Question marks?
Solar winds, bro.
Solar wind.
Yeah,
GG,
solar
right.
wind.
Besides that,
I was very
there's a
confused.
huge magnetic like
speaking of that,
disruptance.
Oh, there's magnetic
Timothy,
disturbance,
you
yeah.
take 100
You have
points
been
of damage.
disintegrated.
If
Please
you're,
leave the
if you're
table.
gonna kill me, you gotta hit me for 144.
You take 100 points of
Instantly.
damage.
Alright, I'm
You take
still alive.
143.
I've indeed been
You also
like
your
12
max hit points
hours.
decreases.
Ooh,
By 100,
nice.
you
To
agree?
0?
No, I'm tipsy right now.
Oh,
You're good.
Nice.
so are you
Nice.
standing but
Need
like
some
weird?
more.
I need to go.
Dog. You're good, dog. Okay.
You sound like someone who needs one of those more apple ale thingies.
My mom had 2 margaritas 2
Uh-huh.
days ago and was drunk off her rocker.
Oh gosh.
And it was the funniest fucking thing I had seen in a long ass time.
Jesus.
Because we're sitting there trying to eat dinner, and she is just nonstop talking. Like, she has not eaten anything. She is just, and it's everywhere. She's like, oh, and then they had a dog, and we have cats, and ooh, I need another margarita. And that was like 45 minutes straight. And then she stands up, and she's like, I'm going to take Logan to meet their pit bull. And me and my dad were
Oh
like,
god.
Your cat.
He's the little dog.
No, Logan's
he's
like-
this
Yeah,
big,
yeah,
bro.
he's like, it's like
He's a
the
little
3 pound,
yeah.
4 pound dog, yeah. And my dad and I were like, that's a really bad idea. She's like, no, Logan will love their dog. And we're like, Logan's not even gonna make it across the street. What the fuck are you talking about? She's like, no, it'll
Come
be
on
great.
now,
She's like,
pour a
so suddenly she's like, I need another margarita anyways.
Oh gosh.
It was awesome.
So yeah, Timothy
Logan
starts
okay?
to die.
Oh yeah.
As normal.
Timothy takes 100 points of damage.
The
as
nosebleed becomes
turbulence hits.
severe, and it's just
As the turbulence
How am I
hits,
bleeding? I
as
am
you
an
approach-
android.
As you approach the Burning Archipelago.
my body just starts to like crumple in on itself.
Yeah,
from
Like
the
there-
pressure.
Like there's like a black hole inside of me.
those thick thighs just press a little too hard.
Johnson is crushing you right
Johnson,
now.
Johnson pushes against you, and his body just radiates heat, and so you just.
Alright, so time to make that new character, right?
Yeah, if you want, yeah, sure. Timothy died on
Roll
the
new
transit,
character?
but no. You guys
Good
enter
thing
into the
you
Burning
made my armor
Archipelago
before
again.
you died.
Right?
Yeah, basically, the second the door of the ship opens,
Yeah.
Byodo and Noki just like
Fall
fumble
out.
outside of the door, and shortly followed by everyone else. But once Noki and
Nice.
Byodo,
All right, and I make sure everyone exits quickly. Let's go.
I will intentionally
We're on the
walk
Burning Archipelago
slower.
now, right?
Yeah, you are now back within the Burning Archipelago.
Did
I'll
we
make
be
robot noise
smart
as I
and
walk.
fly to the dock closest to Julikash, or did we just land at the
So
same
there's only
one?
one dock.
Oh, okay.
There's only one dock in Burning Archipelago.
How convenient.
Your ship is.
Can I try to force Timmy to see the sun's face?
You can attempt to.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
What would that be, like a
Roll-
grapple?
Yeah, I was gonna say roll a grapple check. That's gonna be
Do I counter it with anything?
KAC. No, it's gonna.
Oh, okay. Combat
Yeah, you have to
maneuver?
beat is KAC plus 8.
KC plus 8?
Yeah, so
Can I use
go
my melee tech?
I would say.
I thought there was a specific thing for grappling.
I think it is just.
Don't you have to
just
beat
add
his,
your
combat
melee
maneuver
bonus.
AC?
Just
Well,
add your
yeah.
melee bonus. Yeah.
But you just
like
you
that.
don't get to add like all your extra bullshit. You just add
21.
your.
Yeah, 21. 21
Um,
beats KAC.
It's about 20 shy
Yeah.
Wait,
so
why
you,
are you
you
wrestling?
begin to like wrestle like Timothy.
because I'm walking.
Um,
he's trying to hurry us all out, so I'm like, I'm gonna
he's
start
trying to
walking
force
real
you to see the
slow.
sun.
I'm gonna,
face.
Yeah,
Look,
well, because
see,
I'm
we
walking
need to
really
run.
slow, he's trying to force me to see the sun.
Ah.
Yeah, so you guys
So
are,
you're like trying to grab my head, and I'm just, nope.
yeah, you're
real-
trying to
real
like,
slow
force
walk.
it. You're trying to like force it. You have like
He like
a
turns
grip
your
on
head.
them.
My exocortex is looking
And
bad. I'm not paying attention.
You're trying to like
No.
force, like it's almost like
He
forcing
starts
like
turning
a
and that just
servo
turns 100
to,
like 360
turn,
degrees back.
like another direction, and he's just like his neck is just like fighting you, and you're just like, oh, come on, no, look, there it is, there it is.
The sun
Yeah,
is
no.
the sun,
You see the
Biodo,
person
alright?
looking right at you, and you're like,
Yeah, no, you can practice neck breaks on Timothy later. We have more important matters right
No,
now.
look over there. We need to leave.
Why would I stare at the sun? I don't have the right retinal processors in Biodo, alright? I'm not trying to burn my eyes out.
My doctor back at my own planet said I have astigmatism, so I don't want to ruin my vision even more by staring at the sun.
I use my eyes mechanically, so I'm not looking at that shit.
Didn't Akron already see it?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did.
No, he just doesn't care.
Oh, I very much do.
yeah, okay. So you guys are on the
I'm very
Burning Archipelago.
concerned.
You guys remain on the Burning Archipelago. You see Johnson step out, and he's just like, you just see like a shell shock. He's like, is there any chance I can go back to my city?
No.
Not before you tell
Remember,
us
you were
to
going
take
to
the
travel with
sun.
us.
I didn't think
I think you kidnapped
I
this
didn't think
man,
that the
Diodo.
entire universe was gonna be this scary.
Oh, so terrifying.
I thought you threw that at me.
No. Expelliarmus.
Ah,
Leviosa!
it's actually Leviosa. Oh. Yeah, John, you see, it was like, I think I'm just gonna wait here for a little bit. I wasn't expecting, and he looks at it, he's like, so many people, and so many. He's like looking around. He's like,
Hopefully he doesn't
Things.
just jump at the sun
wait.
50 years earlier.
Instead of that ship, go wait in that ship. There's a tank that'll keep you company.
He's like,
It also has
around.
thick thighs.
he looks around.
Are
He's
you
like,
kidnapping Johnson to
Yes,
join our
he is.
team? I thought you were just gonna bring him to the Burning Archipelago. Just
The
to
Burning
talk about-
Archipelago is not safe.
yeah.
It-
You see Johnson
It
looking around.
is
He's like,
safe, actually.
Noki, let's go talk to your buddy
that one.
about freeing
He
Sarah.
just like points like in the
Okay,
vague direction of the
sounds good.
ship.
I also need to go and
Probably.
talk with people,
All right, and he just starts kind of like
the
walking,
divers.
The
He's
tank-
looking around. He's
for
like,
payment.
Aren't they with
this.
us?
Well,
If
one
the
of them
tank
is, the
starts
rest of them
talking,
aren't.
that's the right one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
And,
right. Roll me
Don't press
roll me a D100
anything.
read.
On
Yeah.
the ship.
They offered to pay us.
What does he even know about tanks?
Mostly artifacts, since they don't really have anything else.
34.
Money, 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 money.
34, yeah.
That's
So you
not
see,
really money.
you see Johnson just walking vaguely in the direction. Yeah, I mean he's just vaguely in the direction.
I saved a man today.
Did you?
I heard.
Your
I
definition
think you
of
destroyed a
save
solar
is
system.
I don't think you. Well,
interesting.
I mean, kinda.
Anyways, let's go.
What's everyone gonna do?
We need to go
What do you
speak with the divers, and we need to go speak with Julikesh,
Yes.
in whichever order.
I want to go
I'd
visit
also like
Julikesh.
to
It's
From where
been a
you
while
guys
since
are,
my character has
temple.
talked to
It
me.
would be closer to talk to Julikesh first because
Perfect.
the divers are in another bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Julikesh first it is.
Okay, so
Wait. Why would it be?
We seek audience with the Pope of Serenray.
Was the ship?
Yeah, fuck all that formality. Where the hell's Julikesh at?
Did the ship leave out of the
It
main
left
bubble?
out
or
of no, left out of its own bubble.
it left out of the artifact bubble,
Yeah,
the
Okay.
current artifact divers
So then
bubble,
why
but
are
then
they going-
re-entered into the.
because
Ah.
where we exited
we
was
entered
technically
into-
illegal.
I got
Yeah,
you.
you technically couldn't have
Breaking
exited
the law.
into
Breaking the law.
that. We don't own that.
that.
We don't own that, Mason. Stop.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you
It's covered, it's fine.
technically illegally exited out of that bubble, but you re-entered into the legal space.
I see. Does that mean we get to see our ship on the way back?
You're pretty close to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Please don't
take
pull
out the
dice
car
with these
keys
guys.
and just hit the.
It actually
the-
can break them.
yeah.
The
You are
lock
within
button.
range to like beep 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 beep, and you see
Every time you
Johnson
hit the
just,
unlock, I'm locking it again.
you see
No, I'm
Johnson
hitting
like
lock.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Just what beeps.
this one makes a noise.
That's the right one.
And he kind of like gives you a thumbs up, and he's like hesitantly like walks towards that ship. But yeah, okay. You guys
Oh,
want to go
gosh.
talk to Julikesh?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so you guys start making your way through the Radiant Cathedral, and since you guys have, since the fall of the Asana Guard, the Radiant Cathedral has made significant progress in like coming back up. At
It's
least
been
the Radiant Cathedral.
2 fucking weeks.
Becoming the new fascist dictatorship.
I was about to say 2 hours, and then I said 2 weeks, and I realized, oh yeah, that is enough time for them to do stuff.
Yeah,
No, it's been over a month.
Yeah, that's what I said.
yeah.
2 weeks is in a month.
Yeah, because y'all spent a couple weeks
It's a month.
because Timothy didn't want to spend all of the plan time. So you gotta
It's the
wait a
summer.
couple times.
Time is
Everyone-
accelerating.
Sometime for it to grow.
So years
Time
Time
ago.
is slow. Or yeah, time is accelerating.
I'm gonna throw you into the sun
Uh,
as a sacrifice.
I do have thick thighs,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And it's not
but
like
I'm not.
Please
it's not
learn your
at like
months.
100% capacity. There's still some buildings that have been like destroyed and they're like still repairing.
All the scrap taken out of them.
Yeah, they're like, why is this building missing its chimney? The bricks are all here for the chimney, just not the chimney part. Like, what the shit? As you hear some people like arguing about that.
Why
Yeah.
is there scrap missing from my house?
Yeah, it's like-
Where's my ship?
Yeah.
yeah. There's just one guy crying about his ship, and he's like, "Look, sir, there's something the insurance can do."
It was an act of Theodo.
A guy
Man.
leaning against his broken cart.
It was
Those-
an act of the Starfinder
Just
party.
because
I'm
cabbages,
sorry.
that's-
They
that's-
control
that's Last
everything.
Airbender
Those
already.
damn Hasana guards. War.
War never changes.
War never changes.
and you just see his he's like
That's
crying,
even
just
good for it. Know what I'm
boy
saying?
never changes. But yeah, you guys do approach onto the Radiant Cathedral, and you see it's like this multi-level, just like church. There's probably like 3 or 4 levels.
It's a mega church.
Yeah, it's just like a mega church, and it's like the top of it. It spirals. It like starts like to spiral into the symbol of Sarenrae, which is kind of like this like pointed, and then it has like these wings at the very top.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So it's
so
a
it's-
phoenix.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
so-
kind of like,
It's more
So
like a
Jared
sunbird.
worships Sarenrae. Got it.
and if you want, yeah, whatever. You never specified that. even though we
Sarenrae's
asked you.
name changed.
Even though we asked you 100 times, what
I
god
just
you
called her the
worship?
Phoenix.
But anyway,
It's talking
But it
about a
was-
different campaign.
It was a female, so names can change.
whatever. Okay, so you guys enter into the temple, and there is everything within the Radiant Cathedral, the Church of Sarenrae, whatever. It has been restored to its former glory. So everything is kind of fixed. You do kind of see like these. You do notice like these like stained glass windows. They have been like remade. Essentially, there's like these like oranges and reds and whites and stuff of these stained glass windows. You can notice that they've been like remade, but they have been like returned into what they were previously. But yeah, and you guys notice that Julika is just kind of like looking around. He's like, "Yep, friends, welcome back." It's like I haven't seen you in a couple weeks since you decreed me as Pope of Sarenrae, and I guess no one questioned that. So,
Really, just 2 weeks? It felt like a month.
it's been a few weeks. I said a few weeks.
Well,
It's surprising the amount of
say
political
no.
power you have with the tank.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that.
Old
Where'd my
best
drink
thing.
go?
And he's like, I am actually very familiar.
maybe behind you.
It's that one, and
That
it's
And
there's
where
the
they go
other
there?
the other vest saying it's
I
funny
forget
how
the way.
many friends you
Oh.
make with a gun.
Is in the way.
So I am familiar with our vest sayings.
Wait, is he Vesk?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the thin vest.
Dude,
glow.
he's like the vest that you ran against in
He's the
Your
When he
first
wanted to be
episode.
the
I forgot I was on a real bender when I ran for politics.
and he's like
when I ran for
It's all right.
politics.
and yeah, he has just like a glass of wine.
I was trying to win politics.
He has a glass of wine. And he's like, "Welcome back, my friend."
No. He works
What?
for the church now. It's
Okay.
a holy grail
Well,
of wine.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
It is like this chalice of wine now.
There you go.
You also do notice he has like this Pope hat.
Main thing, we just wanted to let you know, Sarenrae's free. So that's cool.
I didn't know she was in prison, but okay.
Didn't you
You
You're the
kind of.
that?
Julikesh, how much you've been drinking?
I think he told us she was weekend.
Not enough.
I didn't know she was. I think you guys mentioned she was, or you speculated she was in prison, but I don't think
Well, she
I
was.
said that. I
You
knew
told
she-
us her powers were
my
disappearing.
powers had waned, so I knew something happened to her, but I didn't know she was.
Well,
Yeah,
They
she was
should be back.
imprisoned in the
Try 'em out
sun. We
now.
freed her now.
He's like, try him out now. You just see him just like,
Disintegrate.
yeah.
All right.
Abracadabra. Yeah,
Oh, wow, it
like,
really
try him out
works.
now. He just like looks at you and he's just, and he's like flicks his hand out, and you just see like confetti just. He's like, this. Okay, we'll see if that spell comes back later.
Nice.
You just gotta believe harder.
That's what
He's like-
Sarenrae told us.
I mean, you can
Like,
talk- You
literally.
can talk to her now. You couldn't talk to her before.
Your strength is related to the
You
strength
needed
of
our help to
Sarenrae.
talk to her, so
Yeah, and she's like, I mean, I guess if what you say is true, we'll find out tomorrow
What's tomorrow?
is that the wait time?
when I regain my abilities.
Yeah, that's how that works. Okay, just making sure. I thought it was
Wait,
like a
has it not
holiday
been
or
a
something.
day already?
Yeah, it probably took you like it took you a couple hours to leave from the sun to the Burning Archipelago.
Why don't you try those spells you haven't been able to use for a few years?
Every day
He's like,
is the
I
Or
haven't-
months or
Every
something.
day is the
He's like,
Do you need medication?
and he puts
No,
down he
just
puts
no
down his
water.
chalice, and he's like,
I pick up the
Jeffrey,
chalice.
That's whiskey. No,
yeah,
that's the water.
Tastes
That's
pretty
vodka.
good.
That's
it's
spicy
pretty strong.
water.
It's pretty
I'll
strong
taste it.
wine. he puts down the chalice, and he puts his palms together. He's like, all right.
Doesn't think
Uh,
it's I wanted to.
And he like thrusts out his palms together, and he's like, nope, nothing.
No disintegration, Ray.
No Kamehameha. I mean, Kamakamaka. You
Kamika
legally
Mika?
can't say that.
Could you ever do that?
You like Mickey Mouse?
He looks at
No
me and he's like,
desperation wave.
that's a good question. I like to think I can.
well,
You know, it's natural.
Makes sense.
Everybody tries
Probably
it
make
once in
him
a
wait
while.
because
Oh, let me try this one. And he puts his
Let's go
fingers
over
in
the
the
divers.
shape of a gun. As he points to Biota. and he's like,
Akron or Albion.
all right. Nope.
Gallic gun.
No, that was spirit gun from Yu Yu
Yeah.
Hakusho.
Oh my god.
Gallic gun is like this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's completely
Oh,
different.
it's like this.
It's completely
No, it's
different.
Kamehameha.
No.
Yeah, he goes like this.
This is sideways. Is what you call it.
That's
No,
Final
That's
that's
Flash.
Final
burning
Flash.
attack.
You're drunk, bro. Burning
Wait,
attack is where you
burning
go like.
attack
Burning attack is this.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's burning attack. Yeah, we also know all those hand moves. But anyways,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Julikesh is like,
Not all of us know those hand moves. Some at the table
90%
look around and go, "What the fuck?"
Fire beam cannon makes a square. It's a triangle.
solar flare.
I think you mean Keto.
Did you find
ho,
anything
sir.
in the church when y'all were cleaning up? Anything that seemed, like what's
Anything
it called?
valuable you want to get of us?
Not valuable, but like that seemed to come from like a different. How do you say like a creepy religious or like a cult or
Any
something?
other-
A cult.
A cult. I literally said that.
He looks at you
What do you
curiously
call
and
like a
says,
cult?
"No,
No.
I don't think unless they've taken the occult stuff. I didn't directly clean everything myself, but
You oversight, so.
yeah, but some people are sneaky. But no, I did not see any direct thievery of occultist items. I am missing my good set of wine glasses though, so
It's alright, you have a chalice now.
yeah, that's why I've been drinking out of this chalice.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Is that an artifact?
It is now. You're like, the chalice of Sarenrae. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I
that
can
sounds
see
good.
why Sarenrae had her reservations.
Does he get smited? No. Obviously, she's fine with this.
Yeah, there's no immediate
She's
smite.
okay with it. Let's put that.
She's
Yeah.
forgiven him.
Yeah, as he puts the chalice down, he touches the doorknob and he's like, ah! And it's like sparks. And not like sparks, but like electric shock. Just like, ah!
Oh.
Damn cling. This area is so dry. It makes anytime I touch metal, just zaps me.
Because you're a
Imagine.
lizard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else y'all need?
Just
Maybe not
Just,
worth it for any explosives for a little
don't
while.
let me or Sarenrae down, okay?
Hey, you're from this planet thing, right?
Not
The
from it
sun.
originally, but
There's no
I've
planet
been
here.
living. I've been living in
Right.
Burning
Well,
Archipelago
it's-
for
it's
a
a
couple
satellite.
years now. For a couple.
Cool.
Satellite.
Have you ever noticed anything strange about the sun?
He looks at
Not
me.
this
He
nonsense,
laughs and he's
Akron.
like, he laughs and he's like,
You too.
I don't make it a habit of looking
Yes.
directly into the sun.
Yes,
Well-
but have you ever looked at the sun?
I never did either, but on the corner of my eye, I swear to God, the sun has a face.
As he laughs to himself.
Akron, your player sounds drunk.
He laughs to himself.
As our nose bleed again.
He laughs to himself and he just says, Nice. No, I have not noticed any sun faces.
You should try
I
staring
think
at
you
the
get
sun.
a
Try
heat
looking
stroke.
at
You'll
the
be able
sun
to
friend.
both.
You might want to move your temple to a different sector.
He's like, I will consider it. I mean, I have supreme power over this place. I can do whatever I want.
I don't think it's.
Not a planet.
Humble yourself.
You're right. As he drinks from his like bejeweled chalice, he's like, I should practice humility.
Yeah.
It's got a silly straw with it too.
Oh god. This is
So,
Jewel Cash and the Jewels.
Yeah.
Now to the really important part. So, we freed your people and saved your church by just defeating the Sonic Guard. We saved your god, and we discovered that the sun is actually a demon sun that wants to kill us all. So I believe we need some payment.
I believe you left at the point where people are sacrificed to the sun also.
Oh yes, also people are sacrificed to the sun.
Make me a diplomacy check.
You really
Yoda.
have things to use credits on still?
You can
Um,
always have more credits.
that's gonna be a
I think
15.
I have enough.
15. He looks at you,
People are gonna
Yoda.
be like, "You want to do this really risky job for credits?" And I'll be like, "Nah."
He looks at you, Yoda. He says,
I'll be like, yeah.
"You're right. I do believe payment is due." As he reaches out his hands, it's just. You see just confetti shoot out of his hands, and he's like,
We were looking for more
Monetary.
monetary
He says,
gain.
Or
You can take-
scrapitary.
He's like, you can take some stuff from the Saren Ray gift shop.
What
I
kind of
suppose.
stuff do you have there? Can I get a chalice like that?
And he's like,
Or a
make
replica?
make a perception check,
You
Zaz.
take his chalice.
Perception? Persuasion? Or diplomacy?
Diplomacy, yeah, there we go.
39?
And he looks at you and he's like, let me see what he rolls. He looks at you and he says, I think we can do something about that.
Alright. Can you, instead of spelling Julikesh on the front, can I get one that says Zaz?
He says,
Z-A-S.
I think he can be arranged.
Awesome.
As he kind of like digs through, he like digs through like an area and he's like, Zash. He like licks his thumb and he like takes off like the H and he's like, yes, of course, here you go.
Thanks. Sash.
No, he took off the H.
I don't see any remnants.
You see like an area next to the H that is like devoid of jewels, like entirely.
Okay.
He says,
Dang.
do we even, or do you all want
I'm even.
chalices? I don't know if I have one for
I want the
Oliver's
hat.
name. He looks at you. He just like looks at you curious and he says,
Guys, I think this is enough. This is a church.
I have other hats.
Well, churches are normally very corrupt.
If you wanted something,
Are there any
should
bigger
have
and
asked
pointier than
Saren
that
Ray.
one?
We did.
She can't
Bigger?
give a shit.
Yes.
She didn't have anything.
Pointier, no.
Sharon Ray? What? With her infinite knowledge? Yeah,
Deal.
what is that gonna get me?
I see. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm not,
Like,
not
you
sure if
see
I want to
Julius,
stand near
like,
you.
I should have been
like,
like,
go into, like, another
Sarah Ray,
room,
can you write in this journal
and he
everything you
pulls
ever
out
do?
like
Yeah,
a comically
for real.
tall,
Like, she's not gonna give us
top hat?
anything physical
It's just like
other
this
than
pure
like, the
white,
rune
like,
that
top
we
hat with,
just
like,
got.
yellow sash
Oh yeah,
around
you
it.
probably
and
missed
it's
that part. We got a rune.
here you
I don't
go.
remember
You're
which
not
one.
happy
As he
with
puts
the
this,
rune?
just like
It was
it's
the
like you know like
abjuration.
you know how like Abraham Lincoln's hat wasn't like that long, but like people drew it like
You
where
want
it's
some
like
more,
2
Jeff?
feet tall.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like actually like 2 feet tall. It's like a 2 foot tall like top hat. And he puts it on your head and he says,
I don't like it.
"How you go?" It's the
I
best.
don't
I
like
can.
being like this.
It's acceptable.
It
You're
is
not even
the
that
tallest
bad.
hat I have.
I forgive
Like,
you.
you're really not.
He looks at you and he's like,
Not even.
"You're getting it."
My head is light, bro.
Beato
You
gets
might
it
need to
now.
carpool today.
Huh?
You might need to carpool today and get
No.
your
He'll
Yeah.
be fine in 3 hours.
Does anyone else have any requests? You want anything? You want
I
anything
just-
specific?
I just need you to.
Nothing from the gift shop?
Oh,
Can I have
hey,
the whole
gift
gift
shop.
shop?
It's just not the whole gift
I just want
shop.
the gift shop.
You can have.
All of it.
Can I take the register?
I'd like to go inside the gift shop.
Yeah, you see just various like trinkets and stuff. You see a couple shirts. I went to the Church of San Ray and all I got with this dumb shirt.
Do they still have headaches?
No. It was only
It was only me,
Oh.
but
in Raz. Yeah.
because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
whatchamacallit, we freed Saren Ray, and also because she healed me while I was there, I don't have a
a headache anymore. So I would assume that none of us have a headache anymore.
Yeah, so
since
currently,
she's back.
none of you guys have any headaches.
My character only gets a headache when Bioto talks.
And Yoda has a constant
Chrono
headache.
artifact divers.
Yeah, there's like various like t-shirts and stuff, various sizes. Nothing worth like scrapping any of it. Is just nothing's really like made of like real metal.
I'm gonna.
Well, I'm gonna take one of the shirts and just with a little Sharpie
That's a Mark
and
order.
this hat.
Yep.
I'm gonna
These two walk
definitely
backwards
collect
and
the
the front one
shirts
walks
from every
backwards.
planet that we go to, so I can give them back to Sleaze.
Just
So
souvenirs.
yeah,
Oh yeah, you give Sleaze some
yeah.
shirts.
So I think the only one that we haven't gotten that from is, Abalon, because I don't think there was a gift shop there, because
think
they're
we
all
went
robots.
There was.
All right,
There was-
might
There
have
was
been.
a shop that we went to.
There was, you're right, and it was a chrome shirt too.
Is the only like marking left on our magic map on Triaxis right now?
Let me think. I believe currently, I think there would be 2 markings on Triaxis.
Are they
Yeah,
close or
so
far?
as you open up the map, as you zoom into the map of Triaxis, there's 2 markings on there. They're not like right on top of each other. There are some proximity away.
Can I tell on the map how distance-wise in terms of like kilometers or something,
It would probably be.
or miles if that's
Ooh,
easier?
it's
It would probably like. Not necessarily like specifically like how many kilometers, but like if you pull up like a map
I
it
can
would
like
be, like,
compare it.
on the on opposite sides of like the continent.
Okay.
So it's they're not like close, but they're pretty far away.
Word.
I believe so. The rune off of Castrovel has disappeared,
Oh,
and the rune on, I believe there was a rune on Akaturn.
Wherever the Sandstorm 9 are, they were supposed to be.
Yes,
in
there's still a rune on man, I forgot.
Here's one on Abalon, Casterville, Absalon Station, Akaton, Verces, and Apostes.
Yes.
Apostes.
So Apostes, Apostate, I think is how it's pronounced. I don't really know. That one has disappeared.
Apost.
Apostate.
Right.
That one has
Apostate.
disappeared. The one on Akaton still remains, and then there are 2 on Triaxis.
Oh, there's no more on Verces, right? They're both on Triaxis right now.
Yes, currently they are both on Triaxis.
Well, that sounds like a fight.
Where
Like to
can we
Traxxas.
buy the Mark III upgrade? Personal upgrade? What was the place you said? Because I know you told me a place.
Roll me a. I think I would say a culture check.
I can't just like look it up.
It's a culture check.
To look it
Why
up.
can't I just use a computer and go on the
It's
net?
like, where can I buy Mark
Yeah.
III upgrade?
I just want to Google that.
You try, but you just keep seeing
Like-
advertisements
Yeah,
for
you
penis.
see a bunch of like, exactly, yeah. You get a
I don't
bunch
have
of.
any
I'm
use
hoping
for
that with
this.
my 31 computers, I can bypass those.
You see it, there's a bunch of like, oh, Mark II upgrades for sale, like everywhere. Mark III upgrade. There's various Mark III upgrades.
You gotta go
on
on the
Verces.
deep web, bro.
There are
Verces.
Verces. There's some Mark III upgrades. I don't think you get any pings from Triaxis itself.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Sounds like we're going
so
to Verces next.
there's Verces. You get various like. There's a couple shops that sell Mark III upgrades. I think that would be the only planet that would have like
Yeah, because you
Publicly
said
advertised.
there would only be one place that would have them. Like one planet.
potentially.
that reminds me. Is there Mark II upgrades here?
You didn't buy one?
Roll me a D100.
Roll low.
That's a 39.
A 39. The shop, the fireside, it has reopened, and there potentially are Mark II upgrades. Still.
Okay. And I'll head there as soon as we're done with our business here at the church.
Can you hand me the core rulebook real quick?
Yeah, it's right here.
And
Mind passing that down?
What did we do with your hand?
We fixed it,
Screwed it back on.
and then we made him into a woman.
Was
yeah,
she
that was
still
just a minor.
Right.
Now
work.
we changed him back.
Your buddy is still a woman.
Let me look
Possible
at-
mate.
Now when you say,
too old
now
for
when
that
you call
shit.
him mate, it's literal.
Exactly. We can make you into a woman. Do you want to be a woman?
Too old for that shit.
It
That's
happens instantly. There's no
talking
pain,
about?
all change.
That's
no pain, all
that's
gain.
that's
A
for
younger
the
Yodo,
youngins.
maybe. No.
Yeah, and Vioto, you probably dabbled with your sex change serums when you were younger.
Ah, yes, back during the war.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
He was a.
Occasionally, he just need.
If you
I
had to
mean-
get
I
behind
mean-
enemy lines.
Yeah, exactly. With the enemies
So
looking
they
for,
put the enemies
for a
behind
giant
it.
male
Like a
vest, you just
Nochi,
turn into a
whatever they call
giant
them.
female
Naruto.
vest, and they
Female ninjas.
don't know the difference because they both look the same.
What is it? Oh, okay. I thought it was something with an N.
Actually, here's a question: do male and female vests look the same?
Yes.
Do
female
Biodo
vests
and
are significantly
Noki look the
larger.
same?
Yeah.
Female vests are
Bigger
larger.
and more colorful.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, fucking muscular, bro.
Yeah, you got nothing on her.
She's bigger than you.
I don't know if you actually have hair.
Are you Brindle?
I can still do a.
None of those have hair. They
Well,
have
she did
spikes
the
instead.
she did the this, and so
They
I
do
said, I
have
don't think you have
spikes.
hair. She's like, no, I can still do it.
I do like a tail flip. I like grandma tail.
There you go.
Yeah. Akron, you start making your way towards, and I guess it's
Fire
technically along the way towards,
Is it? Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
correct.
towards the Corona artifact divers. You just kind of split off. You re-enter the fireside. The fireside has made significant. A lot of the shops and stuff have reopened.
Oh, before we split, I just turn to the party and just say hi to Not Sweats. S'mores for me. And then I'm gonna head to the fire.
Yeah, S'mores, he
No.
immediately left from the ship and headed straight back to the Corona artifact divers. Yeah. So Akron, you re-enter the fireside. You see just like, I think we said he was. You see this. You see this like elven. For what you can approximate,
Mhm.
he looks like. How do I say this? He looks about like halfway, like not. He's not like a full adult because they like age differently. I don't know. I don't remember the exact like age rate that elves like age at, but he looks to be the approximate age of a teenager. Elven,
So at least
like,
100 years old.
yeah, so he's probably a good like 100 years old, but he hasn't like fully matured into like an adult essentially.
I think
And
that's
you
the
see-
same age as me, actually.
He's just like looking down at like this
Is that
screen,
what you want?
and he just keeps like touching the screen, like swiping as you enter
Squeen.
into enter into the fireside.
Does he seem hella bored?
Hello?
Yeah,
Is anybody here?
Anybody out there?
he looks
Want
at
to have
him
a
like,
cold beer?
Hey, what do you want?
What you want?
Upgrades? Mark II?
What kind?
I just said Mark II personal upgrades.
No, you have to choose a characteristic.
Are we with
And he,
him?
like,
Oh.
he, like,
Are we
blows
with
like
Is
a
that how it
bubble.
works?
He like
Yeah.
blows like a bubble and it's like, pop.
Are we with him?
Are you?
Yes.
Do you want to be?
Okay.
Okay. I'm be like, some respect would be nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
No, Noki, it's okay.
He puts down his phone and he's like, "How can I help you?"
Hi, we're the people that freed your people. Can I get a discount
the
on a
people that
personal
freed your
upgrade for strength modifier? Thank you. As my nose bleeds.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
Yeah, sure thing, bro.
I'm just like standing behind him.
Oh, wait, my bad. We're not actually using that. Oh,
That's a 6. Nope, it landed.
It-
It,
it's on the
fucking
table.
landed.
thing sucks.
On the table.
That's even worse.
No, we're not.
Roll the worst.
We'll use this.
No, we'll use the worst.
We'll use the worst. Fine. If that's the case, then
I'm
that's
gonna
gonna
roll this
be
one by
a.
throwing it.
Oh, my bad. That's gonna be
God
a 20.
A
Dirty.
20. Dirty 20. He's like, I don't know if I can authorize like a discount for. I don't think we have like a save the city discount.
the
We have
city's
like
manager.
a like senior discount. I guess I can give you.
I'm not a senior.
And you're like,
Take it. It's
wicked
a
old.
discount.
Are you like stage
I'm
whispering that
pretty
to
sure
him?
you're older than
No.
me.
Dude, he's just screaming that at him?
No, I'm not screaming it. I'm telling him at a normal level, just take it. It's a discount.
I always imagine though, because you're a giant vest, so your normal level is like most people's yelling.
Do you guys
Is
take
that what
military
they have?
discounts?
So?
I think those are like 10% more.
And he's like, were you in the military?
I mean,
Yes.
I kind of fought for your military. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have like, yeah, whatever. What Mark II do you want?
For strength.
Strength.
Yeah, and you see like
Strong.
various like mannequins up on like this wall.
That's
And he's
scary.
like,
I don't
yeah,
like
it's
that.
just like very like mannequins of like all the different races. And he's like, all right, this is what the personal upgrade would look like in your person. As he clicks like a button and this hologram appears on like the Lashunton
Uh-huh.
form, and you don't see any change. It just looks like a hologram. Like, this is what it looks like on the Lashunton. Do you accept these modifications?
But I'm pretty sure it's like slightly bulkier than that.
The mannequin itself doesn't like. If you were to get
Right.
like a different type of upgrade, you put like a robot arm. It would show that robot arm on the upgrade.
Mhm.
But the personal upgrades are like crystals, and so it doesn't show like
Right.
increased strength. But he's like, yeah, do you agree to these changes and upgrades?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
And I sign.
You said, yeah, that'll be 10,260 with the senior discount.
We
You said
said
how much?
military.
You said how much was it? I'm sorry.
10,260.
10,000.
He looks at you and he's like, we don't have a military discount.
Then what did you say? Okay.
I didn't say okay to the military discount. I said okay to the.
You should have
Discount.
specified.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
It's
We don't
okay.
have a military discount. Considering the
Elf,
military
dude.
imprisoned all of us, so we only carry the senior discount.
I'll take
Well,
what I
that's
can get.
alright.
You know what I'm
If you
saying?
really want a
Still-
discount, there's always the 5-finger discount.
He's like, it's still 10%.
She's still just shouting this at you.
Yeah, for real. Like, oh yeah, I like how
Angry.
Noki's like supposed to be this bubbly vest. Oh yeah, we can also beat the fuck out of him.
I'm not saying
We
we're
can
gonna
just
beat him up.
Steal it.
We're
What
just
about
gonna
the brass
take
knuckles
it.
By the way,
discount?
She might be bubbly, but she's still a vest.
4, right?
It gives you
You
a +4.
4 to your
To score.
Yeah,
to
this one.
the score plus 2 to the modifier.
To the
Right.
modifier.
Yeah.
Plus 4 to the
and
modifier.
Plus
She
18 is
looks at you,
modifier.
Noki, and he's like, no, don't do that, please.
mood.
Okay. And she's just like, yeah.
She.
Yes.
Don't assume her gender.
It's an elf, so yeah.
And
They all look the
you haven't
same.
you haven't
actually can't
asked
tell
her
if
pronouns.
Yeah, they look
His
the same.
pronouns. He's like, oh no, don't.
Don't worry.
Are we done here?
Can I get my fucking receipt?
Printed paper.
Just email me my receipt, thank you.
Thank you.
Trying to keep the
Thank you,
sun
come
green, you know what I'm saying?
again. As he continues on his phone, he's like, thank you, come again.
Probably won't, because this is the last episode that we're going to stay here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Why is my nose bleeding?
Man, that's happened like 5 or 6 times in the last
It's-
hour.
It's probably
Oh.
just the dry climate, whatever.
But isn't this climate controlled?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Roll sanity.
She just looks
that
up in the
Cthulhu in the
distance.
sun?
She looks up in the distance. She's just whatever. Yeah. Okay. Noki, did you want to get
Did you want
anything?
something?
No.
You followed.
No.
I think she just
She
wanted.
just
to,
wanted to go in there.
She was your
could
backup.
just
Just
do that
wanted
person's
to,
ass.
she just wanted to back me up, bro.
Yeah.
I like
you
to
will
see
respect
things.
my authority.
I like to sightsee.
Oh,
Yeah.
while I'm here, then I guess I will go shopping for like exotic.
Can we
foods.
get a plant? I want like a cactus.
So we're just going to the place.
You guys go to the place.
We
I'm gonna go
have
grocery
plants,
shopping.
anyways.
Okay.
But do we have a succulent?
We have plantain. talking
So
about
we've arrived at the divers.
Yeah. So Noki and Akron, you guys begin searching the.
You're gonna be the same
Archipelago
color.
on
We have
the
nice science.
Burning Archipelago.
You can't even take care of them.
No,
I'm
I'm gonna have to take care of them.
It's a cactus.
That
she's
roll
gonna find
is
a way to
really
kill
low. That roll is really low.
I'm
I
pretty
am
sure even
super
the best
excited
can
to see
take
it
care of
die.
I will
cactus.
put like
are
one
very,
ice
very
cube a month.
good at surviving by.
She's gonna be like, plants need a lot of water, right?
Yeah.
Fucking drown the cactus.
Anyway,
I'm not
so
retarded.
Noki and Akron, you guys search for
You don't have life science. That's what I'm
vegetables,
saying.
fruits, cacti.
Well, anything that just looks out of the ordinary. So like, is specifically anything that would be, especially from those
Anything and everything.
Since we're on the sun, do they have any sun?
Because last time that we were here, I bought really hot fruits for some reason.
Yeah, you did.
Really hot fruits
A lot of
and
peppers.
vegetables. Yeah. So
There's a
I'm
lot of
gonna.
peppers.
Is there a
Buy any
succulent that
of
has
those.
the same colors that I do?
Roll a d100. Everyone else, you guys approach into the Corona Artifact Divers. You do see Sweat. He kind of like skirt. He's like wheelchair, kind of like turns around and he looks around. He's like, "Oh, you guys, Noki's not with you."
She couldn't make it, but she sent her regards. She said she misses you very much.
As he kind of like tips his hat to Zaz, and he's like, "Oh, well, tell her." And he makes these like various growling noises. As Bioto and Timothy, you recognize these as native Vesk
I'm
language.
gonna say. And
And
by
what
the way,
exactly does he
What
say?
is he saying?
He just says "Milady" in Vesk. I miss you, Milady in Vesk.
What race is he again?
He's Yoski.
We should fight you out.
I'm gonna say. By the way, Sweats.
Hey, if you
here's
want,
her
I can-
email
I can
address,
just
and I
turn off
give
his
him an
chair.
email address that I own.
Yeah, and he takes it and he's like, he looks at it, he's like, he looks at it, "You are a gentleman and a scholar," as he says in Elvish.
Wait, you gave him?
My email.
Oh!
Yeah, he says it is just Zaz at
No, I made it look like it's Noki's email address.
Zaz,
Number one.
At
Makes sense.
spacemail.com.
the real Noki
It's
at
Noki2@gmail.com.
Maybe it was a mistake coming back here.
And
I'm just trying to get some money. Don't worry about it.
You see Kato and
I could.
and- shit, I forgot his other name. You see Kato. You don't see the other guy. The other goes,
forgot
"Oh,
his name."
guys,
I'm
something
so
with an S.
glad I did not go
Something
there.
with an S.
Me too, because
it's
now I
probably
get
Sparks.
I get to get money from this
It's
guy.
probably Sparks or something.
Hey, so we got your ship to the sun and everything.
Yeah, S'mores mentioned that. You
Yeah.
made a successful voyage.
Yep, there's a alien life on the sun, so that's cool.
Oh,
I guess
yes,
you
we
guys
have
can
one of
probably
them back
like
at our ship.
sell that shit or something.
Look at news. You brought him. Can we?
No.
No, you can go back there yourself. I want some of your artifacts. We agreed on
Oh
payment.
yeah, the deal's a deal.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
there.
We'll get you some artifacts. Yeah. As he kind of like looks at Sweat and he's like, "Go get the artifacts." And it's like, go. We think they were gonna come back. Go.
You think they were gonna live?
We didn't think we were gonna make it or come back here to get a payment. And you see Sweat.
I never forget my payment.
It was the 17th time. I didn't think it would work.
Yeah, Sweats just like takes off. You see like a couple minutes, and they just kind of like, "Yeah, we got your payments. Yeah."
I do hope you do, cause I'll take payment in a lot of different forms if you guys don't have what we agreed
And
on.
he's like, "Yeah, I mean, we have some artifacts.
Here's a
Like
question.
we said previously, they may not be worth a lot to
That's
anyone
fine.
except for us, but you guys can have them."
Here's a
But
question.
we'll just try
On
selling
your
it back.
previous treks towards the sun, did you guys by chance notice a face?
A face. You got to be more specific. A face in the sun.
A space face.
We all had
Space
faces.
face.
Yeah, I know.
space.
Did you notice any faces? Yeah, I saw myself in the reflection.
Yeah, and
Nice.
they're like, "We never technically made any voyages directly to the sun. We just kind of like monitored the sun."
And
you
you're
see-
monitoring.
You see the Yoski with goggles look at you, and he just gives you like this like, dead stare, and he gives you like a nod of acknowledgement.
You got one left.
Yeah, just like that. His name's Scopes. But he looks at you, and he just gives you like a nod of acknowledgement, and then like looks away.
I just go up to him and go, "It's time, brother."
He just nods and like begins like working on something, just pretending like he didn't hear you. Yeah, you see Sweat. He comes in with this kind of this like wooden box as he presents it to you. As he opens his box,
I gotta spread out my bad
Timothy?
luck.
as he opens his box, it's just like various, just like misshapen like objects,
Cool.
and he's like, yeah, I mean, you can. These are all the
Art.
artifacts we've gathered for the past 1d6 years, 3 years.
How many of them
What?
look phallic?
Only one of them looks phallic.
Nice.
He's like, yeah, I don't know. Their son is it's Drema, so you can have these, I suppose.
Wait, it's the things that were spit out from the sun?
Yeah.
Yep.
Does one of them look like an Ankh? Or like a Saren ray symbol?
Most of them
They
are
have,
supposed
like,
to look like Saren
they
symbols.
have.
Or like religious symbols.
It
in general or
looks
something.
like general. It doesn't look like
Oh,
a
okay.
perfect, but it has like the general like shape of
Yeah.
like a Saren ray symbol. But yeah, you kind of like look through them. You're not there, but none of them look like Ankhs.
Yeah, I
specifically.
said that by mistake.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll take these.
Yeah, I mean, here you go.
Thank you.
There's a
He's
fork.
like,
Be
all
seeing y'all around.
I hope not. And, you see sweat. He's like, get, and he just speaks to Zaz and Elvin. And he's like, give the lady my regards.
I'll tell her yourself.
I shall. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Send me a video.
Of what?
Send me a video of you.
Yeah.
No. If we need anything from him, this is how I'm gonna get it. It's a
as
setup.
as you leave the corner artifact diaper,
Yeah.
you almost like immediately get a ping back, and it's like just send Bob pick.
I set up a. Well, do I have computers? I think I do, right?
Yeah, just B.O.B. Send Bob pick.
Oh, I don't have computers. That's a different character. I forgot I'm not
Send
Beastus.
Bob and Vigine.
Are you gonna try to like?
Oh.
I was gonna set up a bot to like talk to him, and then if we ever needed something, be like, "Hey, I can come visit you, but I need money."
You can ask
Or I
me.
need
Oh
to
my
know
gosh,
that.
you can use him for money. Like, send me
Exactly.
this much money.
Yeah, but I don't want to exploit him. I mean, he's probably poor, right?
Yeah, and
They didn't have shit there.
he just like get another bot like a message, and he's like also fit pick.
I'm gonna text Noki and be like, "Can I get a picture of your foot?" Don't ask.
Noki, did you roll me that D100?
41.
41. With the 41, you're looking around. It's not your exact color scheme, but I mean, there's some like with like hints of blue.
Okay, I take a
Like,
picture of
orange.
Yoda's
Yeah,
foot
there's like
then.
hints of like blue and like maybe like one leaf is kind of orangish, but not like.
And it's a succulent.
Yeah, it is a succulent.
I'm gonna get the prettiest one.
Yeah. There's only one that's vaguely blue and orange in general, but it's
That's
pretty.
it. That's mine.
Okay, it's yours. Yeah, it's like 5 credits
Okay.
just because of its rarity. Akron, you spend how much worth of food do you want to spend?
10 credits worth.
You get 10 credits worth of food, Akron.
Cool. That's enough for a whole 2 weeks.
Yeah, basically, just long enough to get you to the next planet.
I got a little spiky boy.
Yeah, and you have a little spiky plant. Around the time you're showing Akron your little spiky plant, you get a message just saying, "Send me feet pics, don't ask."
But then after
I'm
it
a-
says, "Never mind, we're just gonna use Bioda's feet."
And then I just send you a picture of my spiky boy.
Okay.
You're a little succulent.
I send both the picture of Bioda's feet and the cactus or whatever it is.
Leonardo, do you agree to have your feet taken pictures of?
Oh yeah, we're taking this guy for everything. he does.
How well kept are your feet?
I'll blur it out a little bit to keep it PG-13.
Yeah, just Japanese the feet.
Japanese the feet.
Yeah, where it's all blurry and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can we keep this
So
in the
so
recording?
the feet probably aren't that scarred. I mean, they were covered in boots and
you know,
stuff.
yeah. Not like how like scarred are your feet. It's like how.
Yeah,
How
like, do
long
you
do you,
take
like,
care of
how-
your feet?
how well do
you
you
cut
keep
your nails,
care of
you
your
clean
feet?
them,
Oh, Byodo is
moisturize.
very on top of keeping care of his horrible rotting skin.
Yeah. So I mean, they look like
Well, he's a rat. He's probably into that.
That's the opposite of his fetish. Oh my lord.
What was that?
That was the cat.
What did
The
it
cat
do?
ran with a bag.
Oh, it's there.
It's been playing with that bag for a while now.
Oh,
But yeah,
gotcha.
and
Are you okay?
you
not
get a
looking at
message. You don't receive a message back after you send these blurry pictures.
Yeah, because he's busy.
All
Do
right.
you want me to make that bot for you?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. You guys finish your various.
I forgot this
Timothy,
character.
you
can't
have
do
just
that.
a box of
Yeah.
things.
We're gonna build a little shelf for them. We're gonna display them
Yeah,
in my little
you
work area.
you can just display your trophies. Yeah. You guys approach the ship. Johnson did find the ship that you were talking about. Yeah, he is currently on the tank, and the voice of the tank is currently just talking to him, just asking him questions. Yes, Master Johnson, I do appreciate you keeping me company. Also, nice thighs, my dude.
Wait a second. Why are you calling him Master Johnson?
I refer to everyone as Master.
Master Biodo.
Kinky little tanky.
Okay? And
Two different
His
reactions.
tank is very much a bottom.
This is gonna have to be age.
yeah, no.
age
It always is. It
Yeah,
always
and
is.
the tank is just,
restricted.
for the first time in my life, I'm at a loss for words. That is all,
Oh, you found some.
I suppose.
Alright, where do we want to head off to next, y'all?
I want to make French
Verces,
fries.
so we can max our
Verces.
stats.
I like Verces.
What was in Verces?
That's where all the
Shopping.
augmenters are, and also the
Mark
guys who
3.
kept me kidnapped for like 40 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're
Shopping.
40 years old?
I'm 120, I think.
I think
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I think technically the people who
I
kept,
think
they,
I'm, like,
they were
20.
like traveling.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the Dysphoria.
Gotcha.
And
I
so
never
they were
really
like
made-
pirates.
Okay,
So-
cool.
The Diaspora, the Dysphoria.
So Verces is relatively safe.
Yeah, relatively.
Word.
Let's go over there then.
Okay.
To Verces.
Okay. Timothy, go ahead and roll me a piloting check.
You got it, boss. We're not going very fast.
What is it,
It's
You got a two.
And the best part about how it rolled is it hit this and it just went boop.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like a real roll. It just kind of hit once and
Let's
stopped.
see what would happen if I was the pilot.
Oh, so that's going to be a 22.
I would have failed.
Oh God.
That is
Yeah,
a nat one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
girl. Roll me D8.
No, Curtis
No,
failed.
no,
She
she
I
said
know.
if she was
Yeah,
pilot.
Let's
but
see what would happen
let's
if-
See the,
Oh,
let's go
God.
all the way. Roll me a D8.
A D8.
Yeah, since
Yeah,
you're level
just
10.
subtract
you're
In
that.
game, Noki's just going like, if I were the pilot, I'd do this.
That's a 5.
What's your piloting skill?
You have
None.
nothing.
So minus
That's
5
a
or minus
-4.
4? Yeah.
My 22 is definitely better than -4.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In
You're like,
Call of
you're like,
Cthulhu?
you gotta put it in reverse, and I'm like, what the fuck?
In
You want
Call
us
of
to crash?
Cthulhu, if you roll a 99 on piloting, you die. Like the rules
gonna
say,
do that.
at the very least,
I'm gonna
the
do
pilot
that.
dies.
She should go
You have to
vegan.
just
She'll
diet
get drunk
Jack,
faster.
too.
Yeah, right.
Welcome back to our Critical Challenge, everyone. I don't know if we're probably gonna keep that in, but the only
You guys
podcast
can
where
learn
you
about
learn
my family.
the only Starfinder podcast where you learn about alcohol tips.
We're not.
I
That's
just-
going to go in our other
In our
one.
bloopers.
I just heard from our editor that this is the alcohol tips is not going in. It will be in our Jim Carrey podcast though.
It will be in our other podcast about alcoholism.
Where we just sit around and talk about alcohol.
No, where we drink and just start shooting the shit, bro.
The fireside chats.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, why don't we do that though?
Anyways,
I'm
That's
down
what
for that on
that's what I've
Fridays.
been
We can just
thinking.
get together.
Dude,
I will buy like
Fridays we just drink and then just
yeah,
talk,
and just
shoot the
fucking
shit.
shoot the shit. Yeah,
I'm down.
and we can bring like board games or whatever too in case we want to do that. But like, there's no fucking necessary need to
Anyways,
do it.
Thanks for listening to our personal lives. Back to
I'll bring
Starfinder.
like one of those.
The
big
reason why
cases
you
of these
guys-
where they give you like 20.
The reason why you guys
Well, fight me,
watch
bitch.
our channel, and
Channel.
if you stumble to this channel, why don't you like and
I
subscribe?
like to stumble to the channel.
Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Also, leave a comment down below on your favorite.
Yeah, you
alcohol.
could have stopped like a long time
Anyways,
ago.
Mine is
No,
a Long Island iced tea. Thank you.
Cranberry and
Like
Coke.
I said, last
So
time I
sorry,
had Long
cranberry
Island iced tea,
and-
I threw up. So.
Coke.
Cranberry and Coke. There's no alcohol in it. That's the best part. Crown apple and Coke.
I
Shit,
want
Crown
I want
apple
the
and cranberry.
virgin- I want the virgin cranberry and Coke. By that I mean cranberry and Coke. Please.
Anyways, okay. So you guys are on the ship. You guys are leaving. Much to Bioto's enjoyment, you guys begin leaving the Burning Archipelago.
Whatever happened to the alpaca?
we don't know, and that
We don't
fucking
know.
terrifies me.
We don't know, and that's the scary
That
part.
scares me more than the sun face.
Bioto,
He probably is the
Timothy,
sun
you do
face.
have cameras on the ship.
I would like
Yeah.
to
What
check.
if it just like opens the door and
Alright,
like
so-
decomposes out into space?
So last
while
time,
staring at the camera.
last time when I tried to look on the cameras to see where it was,
Yeah.
you told me that the cameras like suddenly turned off.
I believe so. I think that was different. So
Was that different?
You could see. You knew the alpaca was there when you on the cameras. I believe when you contacted
The vest. Yeah.
the transmission cut off.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay, so yeah,
Yes.
I'd like to look for a recording to see what happened to the alpaca because I think it just fucking teleported out of there. It was like, I'm gonna open up a wormhole now.
Oh, hey,
Whoop!
someone left this helm of teleportation here.
No, I just think it has some evil deity in it.
Yeah, yeah. So you look at like the recording of the. Have you seen Paranormal
Its
Activity?
face just
The
pops
original
up on
Paranormal
the
Activity.
camera.
Yeah.
Yes, a long time
Yeah.
ago.
You see the whole movie,
in the
basically.
original Paranormal Activity, there's just like a scene where like the wife is just like standing like stock still, like over
Yeah.
her husband's bed.
Yeah.
You're like looking at the alpaca, and you're looking. You have
And
like
standing over his bed.
You just have like all the monitors, just like looking at like different like cameras, and you're just like, where is it? Where is it? And you see the alpaca,
Mhm.
and it's just like stock still, just looking straight at
the camera.
Like all
Yeah.
like one of it like. So in your workshop, you have like multiple cameras, kind of
Mhm.
like just to get everything, and one head is looking at like one of the cameras at all times, and just stock still, just staring
Right at
right
the camera.
at you.
And it's just that
And
same
it's just-
head, right?
and
Because I
it's- no,
deactivated all the other
it's-
heads.
Oh, you deactivated all the heads.
Yeah, and I muzzled all the heads too.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
all the heads still have their muzzles, but all three heads
Are
are
active again.
looking at the cameras.
I even took out the battery from it.
All like I told you, all three
Yeah.
heads are looking at the camera, and then like you just see like a little like blip, like all the screens just kind of like zoop,
And then they're
And
gone.
then it's
and
gone.
then the alpaca's gone.
I am both terrified and excited to find out what it is because I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
what the fuck did I make that can do that? Because I'm sitting here racking my mind going, there's nothing I know how to make that can do that.
Yeah,
You
have.
made
What
this
did I
thing?
do?
You
To
might
be
want to
fair,
watch the cameras.
I was very drunk.
Okay. I don't think I was there for
Fiona,
that.
Are you watching? Are you watching
Maybe
the cameras
not.
too?
When did you make an alpaca?
Well,
Kyoto and I
I
were
got
both
really
not there
drunk.
for that.
so it was like a week ago. Remember, it was before we went to the to go kill the lady.
That was like a month ago.
I never
Oh,
made.
you're right. That was like a month ago now. Yeah.
I only make good choices when I get drunk.
Oh, that
That's
is
'cause you're
very
only
debatable.
drunk.
You make
Ever.
poor ones when you're sober.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you made the choice to get drunk when you were sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are currently hurtling
Oh, yeah.
towards Verces.
Akron will go ahead and just prepare some meals for whatever.
Oh,
Zaz
For
is
me?
hungry for
Um,
chicken
it's
fried
been,
chicken and waffles.
Please? That sounds pretty
since
good.
the fall of Vari,
Like curse
been
the food machine to only make
4 weeks.
Just kidding.
Did we say that you sent videos?
It sent 4 videos.
You
from the
have
last
sent
time.
4 videos? Okay.
Yes,
Just making,
but
You
I
sure?
believe that was before Vari.
that was before Vari.
Mhm.
Okay, so since
so I'd have
Vari,
to send 4
it's
more,
been
right?
4 videos. Yeah, it's been 4 weeks since Vari, essentially. And then I believe we said that during those weeks that you were assisting with the reconstruction of the Burning Archipelago.
Yes. Oh, actually, no, you're correct. I sent them after Vari during the reconstruction period.
You said okay, that's fine.
But since there would be another 4 weeks during the Corona artifact thing,
It would have only been 2. I think like
It's 3.
total since you returned to the Burning Archipelago, it's been about 4 weeks total.
Okay, so -4 more.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and cook up some more stuff
Okay.
On our way to
And then,
where are we going?
Verces. Verces.
We're going to Vari.
We're going to Vari. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's dead.
We're
I
here.
crushed her skull.
Yes.
Jesus.
So you guys
That
are
was pretty
traveling toward.
brutal.
I mean,
Timothy,
Sarah,
you rolled a
22.
22 total.
I rolled an actual 2.
You rolled an actual 2, 22 total. Okay. So
Wow, like 4 of us were doing the esports pose, right?
as you you're as you are like, it's not necessarily the fact that like you have like bad piloting, but just like you hear things now.
Dude, it
Just
sound
like,
like
you know how,
alpacas.
like previously like you heard like the ship like creaking
I still
a
hear
little
that.
bit. You don't hear like the ship creaking. It's just like you just like think you hear something. And you're like, I know the ship was creaking before. It's like shit. What is that? Shit. And so you have
Is
to,
it
like,
the alpaca?
you have to
Where
like,
is it?
leave the helm and then like walk and then like return. He's like, no, all right. Shit.
We'll lock the door to the helm and
Mhm.
maybe barricade it. I don't know.
And then every now and then you probably hear Biero ramble about the sun. Just,
Here's
Like
a
waking up
question.
from a nightmare.
Is it possible for you to create a subroutine that will have the cameras alert us if they see either the alpaca or the sun face again?
Sure.
Artificial intelligence is probably advanced that far. If it's like exocortexes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally have artificial intelligences.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
There we go.
It's
That's
the-
Just
that's
facial
why
recognition.
it's going so slow. We're making that routine.
Yeah,
We're defending
so,
ourselves.
So all
From
of your cameras,
sun.
the majority of your cameras during transit are pointed directly at the sun.
Yeah. Bioto was like manually moving them if not, and I'm like, God,
Yeah.
what is wrong with
all of
you?
the cameras are pointed directly at the sun.
Just do screen
Um,
capture. Don't alert us to go look at the cameras.
Bioto,
Just record it.
Go and make me a constitution check. And I-
Okay.
Are you
fortitude
looking at the
check.
cameras, looking at the sun?
Are you looking at the cameras looking at the sun?
Sure.
Go and make me a fortitude check. If you guys
My
A
eyes.
fortitude check.
Yeah.
Or save?
Just fortitude save. Yeah.
Alright, that's going to be a 25.
Save or check.
Well, you
Save.
can only
Okay,
save
yeah,
fortitude, right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're looking and you're just and you're like, nope, not taking it. It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork orange, but like you're doing it to yourself. You're like,
Oh,
He's got like
God.
eye drops, and he just occasionally just
yeah, just like drop you, give me some eye drops. and you're like,
dude.
but you don't see any.
Every sun we
You don't
pass,
see
he
the
just
sun.
stares at menacingly like.
Only one sun in this
His
this
face
solar
must
system.
be on
Good.
the
Well,
other
I
side.
was thinking he was gonna stare at it the whole time in between now and Verces. Just every sun he passes
Might have
by,
escaped.
he might be in
Is
control of all the
Is
suns.
Verces within the same solar system?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is.
It's-
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Versus
Oh,
is
okay.
just a couple planets by.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize
Um,
that. I thought it was in a different area.
No, Burning Archipelago, Abalon, Castorville, Absalon Station, Akaton, Versus.
Okay.
So you pass.
And this
1,
is
2,
the
3,
Pack
4, 5.
World's solar system, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you pass a couple planets as you are hurtling through space. Is there anything anyone else would like to do during this time?
Yes, I would like to recharge my Mystic Cure Soul Gem or Spell Gem.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't say Soul Gem. That's copyright.
That is definitely copyrighted.
Jeffrey, can you Japanese where I say the Soul Gem?
I'm just gonna start screaming into the mic and replace it.
Please do. That would be
Please
amazing.
don't.
No, please do.
I listened to this at work, and I'm not going to remember if you...
How many days
That's-
is the travel?
that's the part that
I'll
makes
look
it
at
great.
what the spells I got.
Yes. So,
Do you need anything
during the
made?
travel, no, I will say it's about...
Because we
I'll
got
say it's
147,000.
about 5 days.
Okay,
So-
so I got all my
Can I
spells.
go ahead
I've
and
been-
do
I've upgraded
videos as well?
Yeah, go ahead and go and roll me a...
Were you here for that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
but didn't actually
upgraded
buy
a whole lot of people's shit.
25.
So if you need anything else,
25?
or if you need
So-
anything upgraded,
I think I
believe
need a
that's
better
pretty,
gun.
Yes.
Yes. So you
But
get...
I haven't
Bowling
looked
gun?
at the.
Yeah.
Well, I have a laser
Akron,
pistol.
while you're hanging out,
so
what
you
do
want
you
a better
make?
laser pistol?
I'm gonna try to
I
be
don't know if I
using
can
the
switch out the kind of gun that I have. I haven't looked at it.
What does it do? 3d4.
the
Mhm.
I can probably find what it
the
is.
sun fruits or whatever, or the peppers, I guess,
Yeah,
that I
it's
used
a lot of
that I
peppers.
got, and
Oh.
try to make a bunch of spicy foods.
Did y'all actually get plants?
Yeah,
They got
Yeah.
cactus.
but I got fruits and veggies.
All right, you want to add it to like my little greenhouse deal that I got going?
Oh,
Do you have a
actually-
greenhouse going?
I mean, it's
will
not really a
go ahead and do
greenhouse,
that,
but
because,
it's
I mean, obviously you
it's
don't
where I
cook with
keep the
seeds.
plantain and the
Oh,
blue
so
nana
basic.
and the good berries. You know.
Right. So a greenhouse.
Are we just
basically.
gonna call them like sun chilies or something?
Basically.
Yeah, that works.
Sure. We're
I
gonna
mean,
we're gonna
add
put
that
some
to
sun
my
chilies too.
You're
inventory.
really not gonna call them sunflower seeds?
Holy shit! That's and some sunflower seeds
No
as
one's
well.
been on Earth. I mean, they probably
'Cause
don't
it's
have sunflower
gone.
seeds. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, some sun chilies and some sunflower seeds as well.
Yeah.
But I will
Yeah,
try
and
to
Yogi,
integrate those into some cooking.
you can
I
have
just
your,
can't think of something right now.
Just make stuffed
Yeah,
sun
you-
chilies.
I'll make chili.
The little gnocchi
I'm gonna put baby Noki in there.
in the
Is that
greenhouse
what the
or in
plant's
your
name
room?
is?
Yeah, it's
Gnocchi?
baby Noki.
Baby gnocchi. Yeah, and you probably put like a label on it inside of his greenhouse.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't die.
I
Who
mean,
knows?
I'll take care of them if nothing else. What is it?
Who knows?
What is it called?
Baby gnocchi.
Baby Noki.
One baby Noki.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
So you guys travel.
In parentheses, what the actual hell is it?
Little cactus.
Oh, it's a cactus. Okay.
It's a cactus.
And did you buy any
Yes.
plants? What do
But
you want?
so sunflower seeds.
How many do you want potted?
And
Yes.
some sun chilies.
Don't worry, Curtis.
One of each. One of each.
One of each. I don't know if there's anything else on the sun.
What was it? Sun what?
Sunflower
Sun
seeds
chili?
and sun chilies, which I will be making some chili with.
I just saw what Daniel sent in the group chat. It's pretty
How many days is it between like travel
great.
time?
We're saying 5 days.
5 days. Okay. Do I need to roll to see how much more plantain has grown for
Go
my
ahead.
3 potted
Wanna roll
plantains?
a,
Right.
roll a life science check.
Please don't dial
That's
me.
good.
Fucking Daniel. Swear to God.
Ooh, if I'm
Oh,
rolling
man,
twos today.
You're rolling twos today.
That's gonna be
man.
a 25.
The 25. You get 4 bulk worth of plantain.
Trying to think of any
Uh,
more punny names.
Should I keep track of good berries and all that other shit that I've planted also?
You have a lot. It doesn't have any like.
I just keep on funneling them to Akron and I'm like,
You have
use these, please?
you have just a bunch of blue nanas and good berries.
Ooh. I'm gonna
And
make
apparently now we have
fire chocolate.
sunflower seeds and sun chilies.
Yeah, those don't have any empirical game values. So you have
Excuse me.
a lot.
Yeah, I like it.
I didn't get it yet.
There it is.
Anyways, so okay, so you guys
And he shall
travel
come.
for the next couple of days, doing your various things. If there's nothing important, then we'll just get a time jump to Verces.
Time jump.
Verces is a
Let's
very
do
strange planet. Verces is tidally locked with the sun, so basically its rotation and its orbit, or they rotate and orbit at the
Synchronized.
same rate almost.
Right.
So one face of Verces is constantly facing towards the sun, and then one face is constantly.
So we don't want
away
to be
from
on
the
that
sun.
side.
In between those two faces, there is literally like a
Like a
ring
line?
of green,
Hey.
of like greenery around it.
There's an actual planet based on that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean,
space.
not based on that, but
Sure
is
you do.
that-
You invented it.
Yeah, no, Albert
It's
Einstein.
not-
Albert Einstein.
Albert
Albert
Einstein
Einstein
invented
did.
space. Come
Yeah.
on, even in my universe, Albert
Okay,
Einstein
okay.
invented space.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, as you begin approaching it, as you guys are like traveling around the green, there is one. It basically looks like a massive like elevator shaft, and then it plateaus into like a giant platform.
Oh shit! We should cement the elevator.
No.
But yeah, and there's various cities kind of surrounding it. To the as the ship is currently traveling around the green, to the left of you is basically like Mad Maxian desert world, and to the right is just like frozen tundra.
Yeah. But what
That's
is
pleasant.
the like? How wide is this ring?
If you
is it
wanted,
enough to like
I can
hold
make you a hand
city?
cannon.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely wide enough
Which
to
would
hold.
do 3d8.
There's various like cities within the green.
And it
That's
has a
where
40-foot
the
range.
majority of the the population of Verces is.
Just saying.
Or at least like how big is Verces? Is it like
I wonder if they have a picture of
is it
him.
like
Can't
Earth
remember.
size?
It's a little bit smaller than Earth, I would say.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Mars-ish. No, is
It's
it Mars
just
or Venus?
big
No, it's
ass
Venus.
magnum.
Yeah.
Venus is
So
smaller
you
than
just-
Earth.
So,
Boom.
I know
Like
it's
a
a little bit
one
smaller
shot?
than Earth.
No, you have like 8
Um,
shots.
okay.
Pretty sure you have 8 shots. Let me check.
But yeah, and then so if you would like,
Yeah, you
I
have
would
8 shells.
say
The only
it
thing is,
is
it isn't moldy,
probably
so you can't do like a full attack with it.
from like one side
only
of the
shoot it
green
once
to
per
the
round.
other side of the green.
But you normally do other
I
stuff.
would
Yeah.
probably say
So,
like if you would, in like our terms, if you would like to drive from one side to the other, I'd probably
So
say
far,
like
that's the most damaging thing I found.
Yeah.
6 hours or so from one side to the other.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
So
quite a
it's
bit.
not. It's not like
I think that'll be
small, but it's
useful,
not like a massive.
especially if I
Right.
can't get
You know,
close.
it's probably like
Yeah,
the size.
if you end
of
up
it,
using
Yeah,
your
that's like
movement
half of
for your
Texas.
Yeah, it's about half of Texas.
You know, you
It-
can't actually make it
The,
there.
the from side to
Okay.
side, it's about half of Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
It's not bad.
For you.
But yeah, and then as you guys remember, like I said, you do see like this kind of like large pillar, essentially in the sky, and plateaus. It almost plateaus like at like where the atmosphere ends. It's very close to like where the actual atmosphere,
So you can basically just park your spaceship right on it.
Yeah.
essentially you can, yes.
Yeah.
And that is actually the intended purpose of that sky dock.
Wonderful.
Is what it's called.
Nice, nice. Glad we discerned that before we, went all the way to the planets.
But yeah, if you wanted to park on the sky dock, you could.
Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, and so you land, and it is just like this vast, and it's almost as wide as the actual like green itself is.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite. So if you were just to like, you could probably just like spend your entire time on Verces, just on the sky dock.
Okay.
But yeah, and then there is just
Hey
kind
guys,
of
remember where we parked?
large elevator shaft, straight
I've
down
already
into towards the surface of the planet, essentially.
All right. I guess when we enter here, do we know where like the major city is? Or we can
I would
purchase
say
what we're looking for?
currently where you are at the sky dock, that is where like the majority of people live.
Okay.
There might not be like the majority of like the shops and stuff, but the sky dock is very much like a port town. Like a lot of people like come
Right.
in and stuff,
Yeah.
but it might not necessarily be where like a lot of like the commerce are.
So there's no Sky Mall?
There is a sky mall, but it might not necessarily have
Exactly what we're looking for.
exactly what you're looking for.
I see,
Yes.
I see.
As you arrive on Verces, you see the native Versarians. They are like these extremely like tall people. These people are like almost like
When
8
you
feet.
say people, are they human?
Yeah, they are like humanoid.
Okay.
Every like Versarian is like a different colored skin.
Oh.
So there but it's like not like just like browns and like Caucasian. It is just like
You can say
Yeah.
white, Christian.
it is just like it is
I
just
won't get
like
offended.
it's not like normal. It's like bright like blues and like like some
Yeah.
people are just like transparent to where you could see like
Oh.
their like
Their organs?
you can like some of them you can see like their organs and stuff.
So when they flash
That
you,
would
they
make
show
going
you
to the doctor
everything.
really convenient.
Yeah, right?
but yeah,
I'm like,
and,
oh shit, you got
and
cancer.
some people have just like sections like you can only see like you can see like my heart directly. Like some of them
That's
have like
pretty
transparent
romantic.
skin. Some of them have just like various colored skins. The Versarians have the ability to like shift the color
I see.
and transparency of their skin themselves.
Are
but
they
yeah.
like big chameleons?
I mean, they're about like they're humanoid.
So when you
but
say
about, like,
humanoid,
human
are you
chameleon.
saying they look like humans, or what is their?
Yeah,
Do they have any
like
features?
2
Okay.
arms, 2 legs,
Other than that.
head, just about like 8 feet tall.
Big ass arms, huh?
Yeah, and yeah.
Well, I mean, they're 8
long.
feet tall. What do you
8
expect?
feet tall.
But
Yeah.
they're like elongated.
You do notice as one of the things.
They're like down
their
to their
arms
knees, bro.
are.
Like an
You just gotta drag them around.
My arms
Yeah,
are
they're
not
tall.
down to my knees.
But
if you
while
sit
the other
sitting-
thing that you notice
No, dude, look.
about the Versarians, you notice the majority of them have some form of like augmentation.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's like a full like robot arm, whether it's some of them have just like spider legs.
By the
Like,
way,
this-
oh,
this is the
Zaz is disguised
Yeah.
currently
Okay.
with his chameleon skin or whatever it's called,
Okay.
or not chameleon, changeling skin,
Mhm.
to look like another Vesk. Just
look like a vest?
someone similar to Biodo who looks like they fought in wars and stuff.
Okay, yeah. So you
But I'm also wearing a cape and my normal equipment.
Yeah, so you as you begin to
War
you
changes
begin to, like
people.
grow larger, you just see like just a full scarred, vest body, just like scars all over, just like scars all over like your face and everything, and then just your normal elven attire.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
real
It's like a really weirdly like dressed vest from what most people see.
Yeah.
Are you gonna call yourself Biodo?
No, I'm not trying to be.
No,
him.
he's gonna
I'm
be,
just trying to be someone who looks like he would work
You
with.
should
him.
W.
definitely
What is it?
call
I
yourself
don't know, whatever
Biodo.
my name is backwards.
Whatever Biodo.
Oh yeah, I'll
No,
do
it's gonna
that.
be
You
at
should
the real
you should
Biodo.
definitely call
Oh, yeah.
yourself Biodo. That way, whenever y'all two like walk up to someone, you're like, I am Biodo. I am
I'll
Biodo.
call
No, I am
myself
Biodo.
Biodos.
Biodo.
Biodo.
Oh shit! That's good. That's good. That's good.
Pretty good. But yeah,
I would
okay.
like-
you guys exit the ship and you just see
I'd like
just
to
various people just walking around.
Look on their net and see if like where they would sell these items that I'm looking for, like specifically on this planet's infosphere.
This
Okay.
planet doesn't have Google.
Go ahead.
What
and
is their
roll
search
me
engine?
Everyone has
Either
the
cultures
infosphere.
or computers.
Computers it
Everyone
is.
has a separate infosphere.
It's gonna be 12 plus
Every
34.
So
So
you're gonna have a router
46,
go
yeah.
between two planets, dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
dumbass.
Specifically,
Satellite.
so
You know how
Mark
slow that shit
III
is?
augments are pretty rare within the Pact Worlds.
Mhm.
There's a lot of shops that do sell Mark III upgrades. As you're kind of like looking through them, and something you notice as you're just like looking through, is like, all right, which shops sell like Mark III specifically? You know, like in Google, you're just like, oh, Mark IIIs, and then it's like, oh yeah, other things similar to Mark IIIs.
Yeah.
You notice the majority of augment shops on Verces have closed down,
Oh.
at least either permanently or temporarily.
Hmm.
And then there's out of the, I would say probably like 50 augment shops on like Verces. Out of the 50 on Verces, only 4 of them would sell Mark III.
Mhm.
All 4 of those shops are closed.
Okay.
And then out of the other like 46 that don't sell Mark IIIs, I would say at least like 40 of them have closed as well. So there's only
Well, let's specifically target the closest one of those 4 that's closed.
Okay.
And go see if we can speak with whoever owned it at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Okay.
closed because of the people becoming reanimated, right? That's what I recall.
That's what you suspect that. You haven't been to Verces.
Yeah.
Why don't we ask around?
I mean, you can. You're the guy with good diplomacy.
Cool. I'm the
I'm the guy that has negative charisma. I don't like to
I
talk to
walk
people.
up to the closest guy and I say, "Citizen, why is shop closed?" In that exact accent.
Yeah. And you see this
I'll
like
be
sorry,
right
he
behind
has
him.
like this like these like large like spider legs.
Oh
And he
shit!
kind of like leans down and like you can see just like his like the sides of his head are like transparent, to where he's being like
You can see his
baby
brain.
see his brain.
Is it
Oh.
big?
It's size of
Average
his fist.
size.
No.
It's not the size of his fist and stuff. You can put
Two
both
fists.
fists together. Both of his
Yeah.
fists together. He doesn't have like crazy big fists.
Okay.
And he looks at you and he's like, which shops are you referring to?
Which one am I referring to, Christian?
Uh,
The one we're closest to that we were just looking at.
that would the one that you are like heading towards would be Rush Augments.
Rush augments.
And he's like, yeah, basically a lot of the augmenters have stopped selling. It's a lot of the people have been like wary of augmenting since all of the zombie shit has been going down, and so a lot of them closed up shop, moved shop.
Sideline. Do you think zombies shit?
That's
He's like,
important
That's
to
what
the
Timothy thinks
investigation.
about
I would say
as
yes.
this is going on.
I would say yes.
What did you say?
Oh, no,
is that-
I was
oh
there.
yeah. He's like, yeah.
When you die, you
After
should
all of
accept
like the zombie
They're
shits
always
has
dead,
been going
so
on,
they're
we
always
kind of
dead,
been
so-
a lot of the. I would say
It
like
doesn't move through this.
what is it? The tourism for Verces is kind of like slowed
This is what
down
Timothy thinks about the whole
significantly.
time.
So a lot of the shops either closed down or moved shop or and
Chop
Rush
shop.
Augments kind of closed up shop, I guess.
You
Moved on.
could say they rushed out.
I guess, yeah.
How long ago was this?
I would say probably a couple months ago at least. Probably like 10 months ago.
That's not a couple. But all right.
Yeah.
No, just a couple.
Couple
Couple
5
equal
months.
10.
5 months.
Couple 5
Five
months.
couple months.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Exactly 5 couples.
Exactly 5 couples of months.
what is there that we can do about it?
Well, I mean, we should at least try to track down, I guess, the person that was in charge of the shop to see if
Person who's running the
he would
shop.
be willing to sell whatever
Yeah.
inventory he has left.
All right, sure. So,
I have the feeling we're not going to be able to do this
right.
until we solve why people are turning into zombies, which means that we're going to have to go to that other planet.
That's what I was getting at
where
at
Mason's
first, but you
thing
made a good
is.
point.
That's here.
We do need to go
I
talk
thought
to them
that
first.
he's on a different planet right now. I thought he's on the
He's
dragon
on
planet.
Triaxis, but like, I want to get the augments.
Can
Yeah,
you-
but I don't think we can get the augments until we take care of him.
Can you tell us where the where we can find the owner?
Yeah, he looked at it and he's like, I don't know, man.
Do you know who
What?
the
Sounds
owner
good.
was?
You think
No,
all
I
the
didn't have my shot.
Versarians know each other?
Yeah, and he's
Racist?
No.
like, I didn't.
Yeah, kick his
That's why I
ass.
asked.
He looks at you guys
I
like,
punch you with
yeah,
my
I
zero
never.
strength. No.
I didn't shop
Fake
you.
says.
I shop. I don't do all these corporate stuff. No, I shop local.
Oh hell yeah! You know
Do
what?
you know
We
of
gotta
any
support
local
our-
places that would sell a Mark III upgrade to someone?
Nah.
you gotta go to a farmer's
like-
market.
Nah, not local. You need to be very skilled to make a Mark III upgrade. That involves a lot of.
Do you know anybody who might be very skilled or have access to somebody that's very skilled?
I mean, if they are very skilled, they probably aren't still here. They probably closed up shop, at least until all this zombie stuff is concluded.
But you don't know where any of these people might be.
Dude, I'm a postal worker. I don't know. I don't keep track of all of the
Acheron,
augmenters.
why are you
Thank you
asking
for
me?
your service.
He looks at you and he's like, he looks at you and he's like, do you know where your closest tattoo artist is?
Is it you?
I point in an arbitrary direction.
He's like, actually, it's that way. I
Well,
just got
you
some
said my tattoo artist.
yeah, well, my tattoo artist is that way.
That's a trick question. I can't do your accent.
Yeah, and he's like, y'all need anything else? I have some lettuce to deliver.
Lettuce?
Well,
Let us leave.
Yes. As he like scuttles off, with just like
Just holding
he
lettuce.
scuttles off, and then he pulls from his satchel just like a head of lettuce.
Oh my god.
Alright, so it seems like we're not going to be able to get our upgrades until we fix
No.
whatever the hell this thing is.
exactly. But
Let's
we
go
don't
to
know.
Triaxis.
We don't have any leads right now.
No, we do because that undead slayer dude from a while back, remember his notebook and shit like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Didn't
we
need
know.
reals.
Yeah, we know that it revolves whatever that pirate dude is.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
not
the
say
one
his
that's
name here,
related to,
fellas.
I don't
Let's
remember
not
his
talk
name.
about any of that on this area.
Pirates. Alright,
Yeah.
matey.
You got it.
No, but like for real.
Space pirates don't exist.
Yes, but actual
Just like
land
space
pirates
pirates can't
from
hurt you.
water
yeah.
do exist. Water pirates.
Water pirates definitely exist.
And they say R.
They
I've
do
heard
say
of them.
R. I believe that is their favorite letter.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know why they're so fascinated with that letter though, but they say it a lot.
And you know, ever since I
And
was,
their archaic use of old technology,
they also don't
very, very nice.
drink
As you keep saying this, you just see like this very large like Versarian. He has like a tricorder hat on, and he's like,
oh shit.
I'll tell you, our technology has advanced quite significantly. We have.
Oh, really?
Yes, we just like the aesthetics of the older ships.
Doesn't it look so
It
nice?
very much does. But we
Right?
have accepted drift technology. We don't actually, most of the time, we don't actually
So do you just
sail on the
shape
seas.
your cannons like old cannons, but really they're like advanced cannons?
Yes, actually, yes. We
That
have
is some
current
cool
like
shit.
railgun technology,
Yeah, I
plasma
like it.
technology. It just
Hell yeah.
aesthetically looks like an
It
old
does.
timey cannon.
It looks so much better.
How are your gums?
He's like, yes, we are well aware of scurvy. We do
Come
vaccinate
on.
our children. We're not behind the times. We just like the way it looks.
Just making sure because
The sails, do
Yeah.
they serve any purpose other than just looking nice? Like, do you have some kind of like solar collection on them or
Yes,
something?
actually, they are. The sails are like a fabric solar panel.
That is
So-
shit,
beautiful.
that's pretty
Yes,
sweet.
it collects the solar winds, kind of push. We don't actually need the solar winds, but you know, just that little extra push.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we have something like that IRL now? Or
Yes,
we
actually
do?
we do.
Solar fabric?
Not like necessarily, but a lot of like the internationals, like the space stuff.
Because I know they
they've
they
launched
have
some
like
stuff
flexible
recently.
like
Yeah.
solar glass.
Yeah, it's like a solar sail.
Yeah.
The Planetary Society launched something recently
Okay.
about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, he's like, "Arr,
Oh.
just give me my 2 cents. You know, just give me my 2 doblooms."
Don't
As he as he walks off,
Don't
you
drop
see, don't drop him. Yeah, as you see, one of his legs is just like a wooden
wooden
leg, like a
peg
wooden peg leg, as he just
God.
like.
But I'm
As
sure
he,
it's
like,
like a
walks off.
poly leg or some shit. He can turn like
Yeah.
whatever he wants. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it just looks like a wooden.
Like, man, I should have joined the pirates. These guys are pretty fucking cool. They got some cool tech.
Alright, next campaign we're all pirates. Got it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yo ho!
Arr.
I'm
The
gonna go ahead
cannons
and
are
walk
working
back
mighty
on the
fine,
ship.
Captain.
You get back on the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you.
I guess we're heading to Triaxis.
Okay, enough of the pirate thing. I think we're good now. Thank you.
No, we need solar sails now.
Okay, yeah, it's like we need solar sails as the ship launches. Curtis, go ahead and make me another piloting check.
Let's hope I get something bigger than a 2.
I hope you don't.
16 plus 20, so it's a 36.
That's not.
No, that's just barely bigger than a 2.
Barely.
But yeah, with the 16 plus whatever. Yeah, this time, it only takes you, I mean, the distance from the Burning Archipelago to Verces is quite farther than Verces to Traxxas. Only
Cool.
takes you
Let's have a
like
group
2
meeting
days.
while we're flying.
Yeah.
And kind of get a game plan for what the fuck's going on.
I'm gonna look like a normal ass human now and call myself Jim
Okay.
Alright.
and just have my normal voice.
So we know that there's 2 of the things that we're looking for on there. We know there's a really angry dragon there.
Mhm.
And we know there's some pirate dude that Zaz wants to.
Yeah, we should never talk about that in
Kill?
public like ever because
Or
he kept
something?
me as a
I
slave
don't
for
know.
40 years and they're still looking for me.
So that's
So let's
that's
not
what
mention
it
I'm
is.
Zaz or that I have been associated with pirates or anything like that in public areas, like I warned you about at the
But-
beginning of the campaign.
Pirates are cool, man. Have you seen their cannons?
I have very closely.
Speaking of pirates,
Oh, all right. So, anyways, what do we want to do when we get here?
I assume we'd want to track down where the runes are because I think they have something to do with it, but I don't know how we would approach it until we see what the situation
These
is.
runes seem to be the center of all the problems that we come across every time we go to a different planet. So I agree.
And
But
we
which
can,
one do we want to start with? I don't think we should split up.
Definitely not. We should probably take them out one at a time.
Want to just go left then right? Or we want to be
I mean, that's
mathematicians about it
arbitrary.
and go right then left?
It's arbitrary in space, but okay.
Whichever one we see when we get there, you know, however they're oriented, that's how we'll pick.
I suppose, yeah. Whatever we come across first.
One will be right of the other if there's 2 of them. I know that to be a physical fact. Think about
Let
it.
me pull up.
I was sitting here
you
like-
guys are
I was sitting here
coordinating
like-
everything. Let me pull up the map of
If they're
Triaxis.
exactly stacked like this, one of them's going to be
I-
slightly off.
Don't want to fight a dragon first.
Do I?
I don't think we're capable of handling that.
Okay, so with the map of Triaxis, there's basically like 2 main continents, and then just a couple, like several islands
right.
and stuff.
Doesn't this lower continent or something have those creepy bug dudes?
Not that lower continent. The creepy buck dudes are in the Uchorel
This
jungles. Yeah, a lot of those creepy bug dudes are from there, and then the Arctic,
Ural
essentially.
jungles.
Essentially from the Arctic, but that's besides the point.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's basically the Skyfire mandate is essentially like neutral ground. So this kind of like large
I
area
see.
that connects these 2 like continents essentially. The allied territories. That's mostly not dragons. The Drake lands, obviously, mostly dragons. Best you can tell, there appears to be 1 rune on each, on the allied territories as well as the Drake lands.
Okay. Do we recall what the name of the lake or river or stream or wherever it is that they were getting water from for the Burning Archipelago?
You
Because-
never found out specifically where the water was coming.
Okay, we didn't? Okay.
No.
So I guess it's safe to assume it's probably over there in the Drake lands, since that's most likely where Dragon would be. Right? I mean, that makes sense.
Maybe we start by landing
So-
in the neutral ground and asking about zombies.
Well, where
I don't know.
where are the cities at? Where could we land where there won't be dragons?
The biggest city is going to be Zoe
Ah,
on the far, Cyrodiil, on the far
Alright.
eastern.
Is
portion of
there
the continent?
whatchamacallit there?
A port?
No, is there a thing on our map there?
Oh.
Is there a
It's
mark?
towards that side? You don't know. The map does specifically tell you where.
Yeah,
is-
but I mean, it shows an
it's-
X over like the general area, right?
It's just like it shows like the planet, and it has like an X on this side and an X on this side. It doesn't
Okay.
show like land masses or anything.
So then we should go to Zoe. We can
Okay.
ask around there. We can see if anyone's seen that black dragon. We can see if anyone's seen your
And
pirate friends.
Where are the Drake lands? I can't
The
see.
Drake lands are on the
Okay.
opposite side, yes. So they're pretty close to Zoe technically if you went around.
Yeah.
Because that's a sphere, obviously.
What?
but-
You mean it's not flat?
No.
Holy
the
shit.
triaxis is not flat.
Is it oblong?
Yes, just a little bit.
Wonderful.
Just a little bit oblong.
This is just one side of the planet. No.
But yeah, so Zoe is like the main, I guess, like most populated city because originally it was like a port city.
Okay. Yeah.
Just kind of on the coast and everything.
And do they have a place for ships to land there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They've acclimated to current technologies and everything. It's not just
Well, yeah, but I mean,
boats and
you know,
stuff.
you don't necessarily know. I mean, every planet's a little bit different.
Some things about triaxis that are just kind of like general knowledge. You know that triaxis, they have decade-long summers and decade-long winters.
Which one is it in now?
It's currently winter in triaxis. Yes, they're
wonder if we'll see any raids.
any what?
Any raids?
Raids.
Winter? Any raids of winter?
Yeah.
You might.
I hate you.
You might.
Alright, alright.
Yeah.
Just wait until you have a character for me to kill again.
Oh, trust me, I'm already ready. I got like 3 backed up.
Yeah, and
my
then
God.
the native triaxins.
You'll be like, he dies, and I'm like, all right, bitch, let's go.
The native triaxins are known as Raforians. The Raforians have basically been able to adapt based on like what century,
Season it is?
what season
Oh,
it is.
okay.
Yeah. So like the winter Raforians, they're like a darker pigment. They have like more fur, and then the summer Raforians are like a lighter pigment, less fur, obviously.
Okay.
But yeah, currently it's winter. They also do have kind of like these long like elven years. Actually, I think they're a little bit longer than elven years. Just so you know what Raforians look like, so you don't have to freak out over there. Did it?
Or freak out.
Or you can freak out, whatever.
Can you be the core rule book? Christian or Teresa, one of y'all?
One of us can.
Um,
Sure.
How about?
Thank you.
Why
Alright,
does it
so I'm
show
good
two
for
of
landing at
those
Zoe, and then we can just...
What?
Yeah,
Why
let's
does it
go
show
to
two
Zoe.
on the screen?
Oh, I don't know. But it, I think it's for
Good
left
question.
and right audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Because
yes.
it's around.
Christian, I'm gonna make a thermal capacitor Mark II.
You can disable
Okay.
the right if you want, so you can only hear through the left.
I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the thermal
Just making
capacitor?
sure.
It gives me a +10 to cold and fire resistance.
Okay.
Probably won't listen to the
It regulates your
episodes,
heat
so
and protects you from
it'll-
extreme
I do.
temperatures. So you can exist
have-
from -50 degrees Fahrenheit to 170.
Okay. Sounds good. Probably doesn't get that cold here unless you went to like the Arctics and stuff. But
Still nice to have.
you can definitely make that thermal or whatever. And it gives what does it give you in game?
+10 to my fire and cold resistance.
Does that
To
stack
both.
with everything else?
I have no idea how resistance is set.
What is it a?
It's an armor upgrade.
Because not every resistance stacks.
I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
enough about resistances.
Yeah, because I know
Yeah, I
not
can look
every
it up.
resistance stacks. Because it's like, oh, I have like this armor gives me like a +10, and then I'm gonna get this armor upgrade that gives me also a +10. But yeah, so just be aware it might not necessarily stack.
Yeah, I got you.
Give you higher, but you can definitely make one armor upgrade. Okay, as you guys begin landing at Zoe, you do notice that like everything here is essentially covered in like a pretty thin layer of snow. Just kind of like perpetual like perpetually covered in snow. As you land, you see various dragonkin just walking the streets. Just like these, and you've seen dragonkin before.
We have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of them have been augmented. Some of them not. But yeah, you just see just like various shades of dragonkin. You don't see necessarily any dragons themselves. As you land in the spaceports of Zoe, you see just various people. They almost look like they're wearing a uniform, but it's just like this skin tight black undershirt and then this like leather jacket. And then each
Hey,
leather
that's what
jacket
Beastus
has
wore.
every leather jacket has like various patches and such.
Oh no.
You see everyone make a perception check actually.
You just steal your stuff.
I
We're
think
gonna make
Beastus might be a D.
Everyone make a perception check.
Oh my god.
It failed.
So perception?
Damn.
Yeah, perception check.
36.
22.
5.
39.
Something bad.
15,
Okay.
16.
Yeah. As you guys kind of like start looking around, you see most of these people in like this uniform. They have like various signs and stuff. Anyone who got over a 30. Some of them they have basically like the same general message. Some of them are like will pilot for food. Some of them
Is
say
this
like
the pilot
some
school
of
he
them
went
say
to?
like best pilot in galaxy for hire. Various one of them say like tours, and then it has like various amounts of credits, and then some of them like scratched off.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, you just see like just a bunch of pilots essentially just kind of like off, just like trying to get what appears to be
Jobs.
work.
Okay.
This is where Beastus came from.
I'm pretty sure this was his school
Oh my god.
or something.
But yeah, as you guys land, we've been doing it for a little bit. What time is it right now? It's about 10, and we want to get dinner. So I think that's a good stopping point right now.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
We stop right
That's
in
a
front
good
of
cliffhanger.
Beastus' school.
You see a lot of people. They're dressed similar to. They all look like
Beastus.
they all look like the best pilot in the galaxy.
Yeah.